Hello, my name is Amy Ames, and we totally didn't start stream at all yet. I hate it when OBS disconnects. But yeah. Welcome in, Tony. Like, totally the first time this has happened. Like, we haven't started stream yet, and you made it right on time. Thank you so much for coming. Thanksgiving, I can't wait. No, I think it's my computer. I think it's my internet that's bad. So, like, I'm switching to my hotspot, which is a bit annoying. However, it should run better. I just don't like using my hotspot. But yeah, it's so annoying. I hate it. But yeah, we're like totally the first time doing the intro. We're playing, as you can see, we're playing Our Life. Cove's growing up. We're going to step 3. I can't wait to see what Cove grows up into. Um, yeah. This is gonna sound so awkward to people that just come, like this, that just watches the VOD. Oh no, my hotspot should be fine. I don't know. It's weird because like I've streamed on my hotspot before. I don't really use it that often since I stay, at my house a lot. So I think I should be fine streaming on my hotspot. I've done it before. I think you can do it again. And if trouble arises, we'll go back to spotty internet. But yeah, let's move on to the gameplay screen. Like I haven't done that yet. Oh, also, is my face like normally like eyebrows down? Because like I just noticed that because like I was talking and I realized are my when I talk, do my eyebrows always look like it's concerned or sad? I don't know. But yeah, let's continue the gameplay screen. Oh my gosh, look, it's Our Life. We totally haven't seen this before. But yeah. Let's go talk about our feelings with Cove and stuff. So let's see. Obviously, we've been quite direct so far. And our interest in Cove is love. Because we're actually dating now. So, I mean, when you're dating and you have a crush, it's sometimes. Okay, my face sometimes closes a lot. Low. Wait, in volume or my face? What does that even mean? Oh, my eyebrows. Yeah, maybe my eyebrow. Do I always talk concerned then. Or maybe it's because I scrunch my face up when I talk. Scrunched up. Not scrunched up. Scrunched up. Not scrunched up. Anyways, let's get going for my feelings with Cove. And let's start with step 3. I think it's more like maybe it's just me looking at it like closer these days and just not me paying attention. Up, down, down. And like it doesn't help that one of my eyebrows is covered by my hair, so like you only get one eyebrow information. That my right eyebrow is doing all my expression work. Anyways, let's go into the Cove customization. Both. So, what is this Cove? My Cove is not a short hair Cove. This is Cove. This is also not Cove. I mean, these just don't look like Cove anymore. Like the first and third hair. I mean, like long hair is nice, but like it just doesn't look like Cove. So like we're gonna get normal Cove style. And let's see. About Thanksgiving. Yeah, I can't wait. My mom's gonna make a nice ham. It's gonna be yummy. My sister's gonna make mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. I don't know how to cook, so I'm just freeloading off of everything. But yeah, I can't wait because Thanksgiving is basically a time to stuff your face and stuff. Normally, I would eat it with my extended family. So, like, you know, cousins, aunts, uncles. But, like, they had a fight with each other, so, like, no one wants to host. So, like, now it's just my main family. I don't mind. It's just a less variety of food. All I'm thinking about is food. When Thanksgiving should be a time of coming together and being thankful, and all I'm thankful is for food. Thank you for the people that made the food. But yeah, oh my god, that sounds awful. Okay, let's continue with the glasses. So, like, we have some rectangular glasses. And, like, these are the ones Cove used to have, these round ones. Yeah, we just never eat... I don't know, my mom just doesn't make turkey. I think it's pretty good ham, though. I mean, like, turkey would be someone else usually in our family that would make it, not our family. And I think turkey is kind of... I don't know, turkey's... I'm gonna be honest, turkey's kind of mid. Do you have any traditions you do with your family, Tony? I mean, like, these are the ones, what's it called? Used to have the big round glasses. I mean, they kind of look roundish, right? But, like, I think he's a sure. He's gonna go angular this time. Let's see. I want to give him some earrings too, but the problem is you can't see the earrings with his, like, with Cove normal hair, you can't see the earrings. And I have to go to the other hairs in order to see the earrings. So, like, as you can see, there's a small piece of earring right there for earring 2. And for short hair, there's a small piece of earring down there. So I do like these piercings. So I'm gonna give him that, but we are never gonna see them. We are never gonna see them because Cove's hair blocks it. Yeah. Let's see. What's next? What's a good shirt? Okay, that's a shirt. That's also a shirt. That's another shirt. I'm thinking this one looks nice. Oh, I see. Hey, free food is the best food. Well, I hope you have a lovely Thanksgiving at your boss's house. Oh, definitely not those pants. Okay, the first one were better. I don't know. Cargo pants? Not really. Oh, no, not sweats. Not with that shirt. Okay, we'll just stick with these pants. Oh? Let's see. A watch or... Okay, I like this bracelet better. And let's see, what's this other... Is that like rubber bands or something? Does Cove use those rubber bands to tie his hair, but because I'm forcing him to say, like, not tied hair, then he's just never gonna tie his hair with a bunch of rubber bands on his wrist. I mean, sweats is what I wear. And because you can't see what me, the character, wears. I mean, besides, when I'm in VTuber mode, I wear a cardigan, sleeves, shirt, and I don't know, slacks or whatever. But I wear sweats normally. So I'm the sweats person, Cove, not you. You have to look nice and pretty while I could laze around and like wear comfy clothes in my bed. You can't judge me if I never go outside. I'm joking. Anyways, let's see. What's some good... Okay. I'm thinking... Okay, this is good. I actually do like this one, but I prefer if that one was on his other hand. But I like... It's a balance with this. Okay. And we could give it a necklace? Oh, just one necklace. Okay, yeah, you know, you can have that necklace, bro. What is that pajamas? Okay, let's do the other ones. Why is he like a parrot now? Bro, I'm judging him now. Man, Cove, you need new pajamas. These aren't. This is not it. What looks better on him? Like, I could see, like, this is like a yellowish hue. And now this is like a pinkish hue. Okay, let's see. Pajama pants. So, like, this one is, like, bright, sunny. And this is, like, more toned down, relaxed. Let's see. Why didn't they give me, like, two vastly different options? Why did they just give me a recolor? I think I'll choose blue. No, honestly, I feel like this fits him better, the green one. As much as I prefer blue, green fits him better. Okay, let's look at the pants. I'm gonna choose gray because I don't wanna... I think it just fits better. Like, blue matches, sure. But... I feel like gray is a better, like, I don't know, tone or whatever. Oh, what about his hair? I was talking about the earrings earlier about the hair. But, let me see. I think it's because if we change his hair here, it... Yeah, I knew it. So, like, his hair could only be his hair in one stage. I mean, his hair has to be the same for all these, things. So, like, I'm sticking with normal Cove hair. And I'm afraid of change. I don't like too much change with my Cove. Let's see, swimsuit, blue bubbles or pink bubbles? These are the only options you're giving me? Does my Cove look better in blue or in pink? Is this like a 4-pack or something? Or is it like... Definitely not an 8-pack. But good on you for getting muscle, I think. Like, this background, the thing is, like, this blue kind of mixes into this background. So I think a pink might be better, simply because it pops out more. I don't know if I'm talking BS or whatever, but yeah. And you look good in pink, Cove. And a formal shirt. So there's only 2 shirts. So we want to be interesting with all these patterns or whatever? Like, I don't know what this is called. It's not very blocky, but it's like stone-y, kind of. Or pink. Or is this an orange? Not an orange. A slightly reddish hue. Like, I like this one because interesting, but I also like this one. I like the tone of color for this, or the shade of color. But I like the pattern of this. Because, like, this blends in too much with his hair, I feel like. Well, this one, I feel like it makes him pop out. But at the same time, it's more plainer. And it's just a slight change of color. I don't know, just as formal. I don't know. Actually, now I think I'm looking at the background, and it seems like there's like champagne, not champagne, but like, you know, drinks, party. This is for a party, I feel like. So when it says formal, it's probably a formal party. I mean, definitely, I feel like don't wear this to an interview. I just think this looks better, honestly. So, oh my gosh, I have not been charging my computer. One moment, wait. Uh-oh. Okay, there, got it. Yeah, I think I'll just choose this one. Okay, so we have, this is our casual Cove. I hate your pajamas, Ko. I swear, it better not be like, oh, Amy, you bought these pajamas for me, so I'm very happy and I wear them all the time. I'm like, no, there's no way I would have bought you these pajamas. They're ugly. Swimsuit Cove and Formal Cove. Okay, I think we're good for now. What kind of oh my gosh, what kind of options did I choose for him to become cold and sporty? Oh my gosh. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to like, oh, keep it authentic. Cause like, wasn't he also Cove and sporty like the last time we played? Like, you know, in step 2 when you were deciding his personality? And he was also the same? Is me being direct and assertive causing him to be quieter because he's not getting opportunities to talk back because I'm doing all the talking or something? And like, what part is making him sporty? Is it because like I'm like more... Just because I'm direct doesn't mean someone should get sporty somehow. To me, Cove has always been like that. Oh, he's cute, he's warm, blah blah blah, and stuff. But oh my gosh, this is not... What did I do to make... What, like, how did my options somehow make him cold and sporty? Oh my gosh. I mean, like, I could see him being sporty. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I have not seen Cove been studious at all during the last step. Like, I even tried doing mixed, and he's still sporty. But like, how did I turn him cold? Oh my gosh. You know what? I'll keep his personality like this. Because like, oh, this is the authentic Cove. I feel like it was meant to be. Simply because the last time we were in this like character co-creator or whatever, he had the exact same personality like then too. So I'll choose this, but I hope he's not mean. I mean, I didn't choose it. He's always like that. Oh, here. Since you're romantically interested in Cove and are old enough to start being physically affectionate more seriously, you can choose what initiative level he has throughout the step. Make sure the player experiences what they want is important in our life, but always putting your choice first can potentially make a relationship feel one-sided. So we've added some flexibility in how it works. Low initiative means that Cove will occasionally ask to touch the MC, and in these situations, there will always be an opportunity to say yes or no. I am not refusing. If Cove wants to touch my hand or something, let him touch my hand. For example, he won't simply lean over and kiss the MC as a greeting or in an emotional moment. Every piece of physical interaction will be either initiated or approved by the player before it happens. I see, so our life is really on about like that. They really like consent. And that's a good lesson to teach. Middle initiative means that there will be those certain times when Cove requests to touch the MC, many chances to initiate affection on your own, and also he will pretty regularly give affection automatically. One example would be giving the MC a kiss because he's happy or emotional or something else. And in other situations, you can choose not to make the first move in order to give Cove the space to be the one to act afterwards. I see, so this is like, sometimes he'll do it. So sometimes he'll ask me, but sometimes he'll do it automatically. Overall, the love interest can get romantic, but the player's agency will take priority. High initiative includes everything middle does, but also gives that player agency. That also means that player agency will be reduced to a degree in favor of having Cove give physical affection even more frequently and with less prompting. Instead of all the major affection giving situations being led by a choice menu for you to decide on, someone will instead be replaced by Cove acting automatically. This level is only recommended if you're very comfortable with physical affection and would prefer to simply see it happen rather than always holding the reins on it. I am tired. I am tired of me having to initiate everything, so I'm gonna give him high affection. Okay. However, this level is mostly relevant if Cove ends up as your official boyfriend at some point. He's already my official boyfriend. I want him to take the initiative and give me hugs, hand-holding, kisses, blah blah blah. Situations where high-level initiative makes a difference tend to come up in scenes that are exclusive to being in a relationship. The parts that are also included in the middle initiative, which will be seen whether you're dating or not. Once you pick your level, it can't be changed partway through a step. Yes, we shall share the pants equally. That's why in a pair of pants, there's two holes. And then we just wear one side of it each. The choice only comes up at the very beginning of a story section. We hope you enjoy whichever initiative option you decide on. Oh yeah, we're going high, man. We're going high. Bro, kiss me. The start of classes ended the relaxed, free days of summer. It didn't take long for you to get back into the swing of the school year routine. Schedules and homework became the new normal. Derek wasn't around nearly as much. With school and after-school activities, there weren't many opportunities for him to take the trip out to your neighborhood. Sometimes you'd hear that he was at a training camp or something like that, but you weren't always sure what he was up to. Let's see, but you still kept in touch over the phone as best you can, or you kind of lost contact as time went on. Sure, we shot a text at each other once in a while. Why not? The Jeremy kid did disappear after that summer, and no one ever heard from him again. Where he went or what he might be up to is now a mystery. I don't care. I don't care about Jeremy, he was a jerk. More summers came and went like the waves of the shore on the shore coming in and out. In your second year of high school, someone new started to visit Sunset Bird, a sunny girl named Terry Brooke. She was a friend Cove made due to them both being ocean obsessed. Terry was more than glad to befriend you too. Someone close to Cove had to be good company, she felt. You're pleased to get along with her as well. Terry was tight with another girl who you had known distantly from school for a long time, Miranda Eckert. You saw more and more of her as time went on, thanks to Terry and Miranda's own outreach. After a while, all of you developed a real friendship together. Oh my gosh, the friendship group is expanding! As long as I don't have to fight you guys for Cove, we're good. We're good. After your home life, the Ames also had developments. I just realized because the last name has an S, they did like, oh, S apostrophe S. But normally, if it's like an S ending, you would just do apostrophe without the extra S. Changing laws and public perception countrywide made it possible for your moms to openly wear their wedding rings without questions. Though they had a wedding years ago, it was only recently that the union was officially recognized everywhere in the US. That was a good day to say at least. Let's go! Our moms could be publicly lesbians. Elizabeth came into her own and stopped being quite as irritable. She no longer worried about being perceived childish as she grew up for real. She didn't even mind being called Lizzie again, although most people use Liz. She eventually graduated high school and moved out to attend college in another state. She moved out? Oh no! It was a lot for you to adjust to your older sister being gone. Liz never let you forget her role in your life though, and kept in touch. Cove's relationship with his family improved over the years. Kira visited several times after that summer, and things became easier between the two. He was also closer with his dad than ever before. You knew they talked more, and that helped prevent a lot of friction before it could start. Finally, they communicate. However, Cove grew into someone no one else... Oh no! Oh no. However, Cove grew into someone no one would call social. He kept to himself usually. He cared for the few connections he did have, but didn't reach outside them. Oh my gosh, man. I turned Cove into an antisocial person. Cove's interests became more focused than they used to be. He spent more and more time dedicated to physical activities. He was developing real skill for it. Okay, Cove. Turn into, like, I don't know, professional surfboarder or something. Because I don't know if they make a lot of money, but it would be nice. Things had shifted between... Oh! Start playing... I got a Steam achievement. Start playing Step 3 using the Crush or Love interest level. Things had shifted between you and Cove. but in a way that most couldn't see. After all this time, he wasn't just your neighbor. He wasn't only your friend, or even a guy you're interested in. You're in love with him. You loved Cove. You knew that for certain. There was no one else you could help you. No one else you held those feelings for. It's strange to look back on it all. The future faded into your present, and then it was simply the past. Even the most fundamental parts of your life couldn't last forever. You felt that the pointed the day you eventually grad high school. We skipped high school? Oh, wait, we're not even in our high school phase. We're just in limbo between high school and college or something. Dang. I hope surfing's popular. I mean, how do I say this? Cove. The thing is, usually, I know people that are more into physical things could be smart. But at the same time, it also tends not to be sometimes. So like, because I didn't choose like mixed or something, I hope he still has brain cells. I don't know. Cove, every time we were with Cove, his brain cells were on fire, so I hope they weren't worn out too much. It was over, and you would not be going back ever again. From now on, what came next was your choice. You would be directing your own life. That was where you were currently. The summer after school had ended. The first summer of true freedom. That's scary, kind of, though. What used to be a reprieve from the typical was now going to be your first step into adulthood. Hey, if he at least was studious, maybe he would have, like, I don't know, grew a third brain cell or something. I'm worried that because he's more physically inclined, that he lost one brain cell, and now he's powered on one brain cell or something. Oh my. One fine summer morning, you took in what had become a very special scene, the whole family having a meal together. Aww, oh my gosh, Lizzie grew up. Your big Your big sister Liz still hadn't lived at home full-time for a couple years, but she arrived last week to spend the season here since it was an off semester for her. She wanted to make sure she was in town because you had now also graduated high school, so who knew how much rarer these moments would become in the future. You watched on as Liz laughed good-natured over a comment Mom made. Her Elizabeth Omley mindset had only been a phase. Nearly any nickname was welcomed at this point in her life. Strangely, even though she moved away, you felt closer to her than you had in a long time. You idly scooped up more of your breakfast and chewed absentmindedly. Let's see, I am not a vegetarian. I'm not vegan. I am not a pescatarian. A chicken-tarian, so pollo-tarian, so call it chicken-tarian. You're a picky eater, or you generally ate whatever. Honestly, I'm a picky eater. I'm the opposite of this. I'm a carnivorarian. I just eat meat and fish and stuff. So I'm picky, as long as it's not vegetables. And the meal you had reflected that. Your moms were happy to make food that fit your needs, along with dishes for themselves that didn't. Though you often made your own food nowadays. I don't make my own food. I just microwave things up. But it wasn't only you who had a diet that excluded certain things, as Liz had been vegetarian for a while. Yeah, kind of. Aw, look at our moms, they're getting older. No. Pat. I mean, chicken tenders are pretty nice. Oh my gosh, this reminds me. Earlier this week, I had like Raising Cane's, and my sister got like an entire cup full of just the sauce. It was great. I'm be honest, Raising Cane's, their chicken mid, but their sauce delicious. Absolutely delicious. Conversation had gone on idly without you fully taking in the words, until your ears were piqued and Ma started on a bit of town gossip. And so that's how I heard the news. Alright, now stop bearing the lead with us. And tell us, what is this so-called news? Ma giggled as she casted a look across the table, satisfied that she had everyone's attention. Well, it turns out the Donalds won't be renting out the condo up the street as per Sunset Bird tradition for the first time in what must be nearly 2 decades. A chorus of gasps and shocked expressions were had all around. After the initial shock, your eyebrows pinched. Were the Donalds like those mean old people? Oh my god, they were. Mom may consider them by name, but you and Liz always viewed them exclusively as a mean old couple who would yell at anyone under 25 who crossed their paths. Your mom continued on with the story, spreading strawberry jam over a piece of toast as she did. So. I feel like everything is expensive nowadays. Like, was there better options to choose? Yeah, but sometimes just a craving. I want to go back to the days where everything was much cheaper. There was like dollar menus and stuff like that. Like, it's so hard to get a meal for like, and I feel like whenever I buy a meal, it at least has to be like $10-ish, and it's like, why is it so expensive? What happened to like stuff like the $5 foot long? Even with coupons, it's still like at least $7. $7 or $8. It's awful. They decide not to take big trips anymore. Friends and family will be visiting them at their home. That's nice for them then. Have a good summer, me and grandparents with no grandkids away from us. Let's see. That's a relief. That's kind of sad they can't travel. I hope they're okay even if they're mean. My thoughts exactly. Finally they can piss off. Huh. I'm kind of sad that they can't travel anymore. Because they're getting older. It's sad. They had a very full life. It's nothing to sneeze at. And you, be nice, Liz. You don't want to end up like them, do you? You and your listener crack smiles at the joke.
Well,
at least they won't be here to yell at my children anymore.
Lonnie.
And that blunt comment got laughter from all three of you. Engrossed in conversation once more, you continued to chat with your family until the meal was over. Oh, so that means, like, we had a good relationship with them or something? Aw. Step 3, third time's the charm. As it went, once the food was eaten, the cleanup had to be done. Liz took the role of washing the dishes and passed them to you for drying and putting away. You had a set of cups in front of you that needed to go on the top shelf of the cabinet. Am I able to reach them? Let's see. When I go to a cabinet... Let's see. I'm not very tall. Do I have to stretch when I put things in a cabinet? I'm definitely not short. I think I'm averagely tall. I could put things in cabinets. The task was pretty straightforward for you. You were tall. Like, I know it's a joke. Like, those jokes kind of make me uncomfortable when it comes about, like, life and death. It's kind of scary. You'd really shut up and hide the last few years. No one had seen it coming. Yes, I got growth spurt. It was great. You felt great. You hoped you might still grow more. You wish you had stopped growing. You didn't think about it, or you didn't even know what to think about it. I want to grow more. Currently, I'm 5'5", and like what, in my 20s. I want to grow more. Get me to like 6 feet. I at least want to grow up to 5'9". Even though there's probably no height in the tank anymore. Now it's a struggle for you because you remember how you used to feel so content about it when you were younger. Liz shook you out of your internal musing by starting up an impromptu conversation. She seemed to be voicing the thoughts that had been buzzing around in her own head. I have to say, going back for another semester this fall is pretty intimidating. You'd think after the first year or two I'd have a handle on things, but no, that's the thing. Your first year, second year in college, those are considered the easy years. When you're in third, fourth year, that's when it hits you hard because that's like all the like major electives and stuff, and it gets even harder. You still glance at her, still placing cups in the proper place. I guess it's only fair. My first round was pretty general classes. First round was pretty general classes, And year one of my architecture major was the basics. Now it feels serious. I had to actually know some things. The last she gave was flippantly airy, but the way she scrubbed at the plates held more force than necessary. So you're gonna be an architect? That's cool. Building things, designing things. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. It's kind of bad all around. Because, like, that first year, I took calculus. And it was awful. Because I'm bad at math. I'd say my easiest year was probably... let's see. Oh, I feel like I didn't really have my easy years. Actually, kind of. It's more of, how do I say this? I would have, like... whenever I was in, like, school... or, like, uni and stuff, it was always, like, that one class that I hated. It's never, like, 2 classes that are hard. Like, usually it's doable most of the, semester. But then there's, like, that one class that I have to put all my effort into. And, like, it's always that one class. It's... honestly, I kind of felt like last year... oh, no, it wasn't. I would say my last year was easier. There was, like, some semesters when they're easier. But, like... no, my last semester was awful. Absolutely awful. I mean, I still passed, obviously, but... it's always that one class that could ruin an entire semester for you. Oh, is architect that bad? I don't know. I'm not really into building and engineering and stuff. I know you can handle it. I think it's really cool you want to be an architect. That does sound hard. You simply shrugged. You merely listened to her venting. I forgot what we said in the last round. Yeah, that does sound hard. There are a lot of expectations you had to live up to if you wanted to succeed. Your older sister's mouth quirked into a small smile. I'll be fine, one way or another. Yeah, you just have to pray in the end and hope the professor curves.
Oh.
Oh no. Liz, you might not be getting anyone to love anytime soon. Is it, like, really hard work? Or is it more like the nature of... I don't know, I feel like in general, once you get a job, it's hard to meet people. Because you're working all the time. Actually, how do people find people to date if they're not, like, in school? Because, like, I don't know, dating coworkers is kind of awkward. Oh, but I'm not trying to scare you away from college. If that's even your plan. What is going on with that anyway? Oh, I see. Yeah. A lot of projects. I have a general idea. You answered the question as much as you're able and willing to. Liz's smile grew more reassuring as you did. You made it through 12 years of full-time education already. You got plenty going for you. Sometimes it still felt hard to believe your public schooling experience was over in the end. Oh, I hate projects. Let's see. When I was in high school, I was not at the top of my class. I'd say I worked hard, got, I would say great grades. I'd say good. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of these. I wasn't really. I feel like the school I went to, there was a lot of smart people, and if I went to a different school, obviously the average goes up. I mean, like, if you go to a school with not smart people, your own status goes up. So, but because you go to a school with smart people, your status kind of, or like grades go down. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'd say I worked hard at least. And I was just glad to truly, yeah. I'm just glad because I don't want to do high school again. High school was a very annoying part. I feel like college went way better than the high school, even though college was harder in difficulty of subject. Yeah, nowadays it's hard to meet people. We're all stuck at work and online and stuff. You achieved a lot and could take what you learned with you moving forward. Liz picked up on the silence her question ended up creating. He decided it was time to make a closing statement on the topic.
You're a good girl.
Aww. You're a good girl, Amy. Do what's best for you, and we'll be here to back it up. Thanks, you're a good big sister. At that, Liz happily passed the final dish your way. She waved a soapy soaked hand as a farewell and moved on to her next task for the cleanup job. One day I find the person for me that I could bully to oblivion. I don't know, I have to introduce that. I don't mind if I don't get anyone, but as long as I have like at least a type of friend, I could do that too. As long as there's someone I could bully. But I have to introduce it very quietly because I feel like it would scare them away immediately if I just like, hey. I don't know where I was going with that. If I just started bullying them relentlessly. One day. That's why we have dating simulators to fill the void in my heart. You refocused on getting the last pieces put back where they belonged. You eventually moved on to a new chore, but that was interrupted by the sound of your cell phone. Let's see. Default ringtone, silly novelty song, most beloved song. Honestly, I know back then these were like the craze, having custom songs. But I think I have a ring. It's just default for me. But I do kind of set it to vibrate. Honestly, this one's a choice. It's because like sometimes my parents call me and I don't hear it, and only when I go to like my phone and realize, oh shoot, they called me, and I call them back. Yes, they have to live with my hundreds of like my hundreds of people harem or whatever, and they will be added, but they'll be special because they're real. It's like, yes, look at my harem of people, and it's okay. You don't have to be threatened. I do like them, but you're real. That you breathe. That's the only difference between you and them. Being alive. You casually picked it up from the table where you had placed it earlier. The phone was a couple of years old at this point, having been a 16th birthday birthday gift from your parents. Decided which model to get, but you got to pick the color. It was black, probably, because as nice as it is to get colored phones, I just picked black because, like, you know, I don't know, they don't really do colored phones like a lot now. I mean, I heard iPhone release an orange iPhone, and also I think that's kind of odd. Usually I feel like it's black, gold, silver, stuff like that. Hey, heck, even blue sometimes. But when's the last time I've seen any of these other colors? But I'm like a default person. It was just a phone, you didn't do anything to decorate it, and had a special charm attached to it. I don't know. I think the phones they're talking about are the ones where you could put like straps on it, like keychains, blah blah blah, onto your phone. But like, my phone is just a rectangle. I can't, where can I put like, I don't know, anything on it. But let's be cute and put a charm on it, which was, let's see. The turtle keychain Cove bought you when you were a child? Oh my gosh, definitely that. You're pleased. I don't remember Cove doing that though, that's the problem. I thought he brought me a crab keychain. Or is that a crab stuffed animal? You're pleased when you finally had a prominent place to use the gift. The screen lit up as you gave the little device a swipe with one finger. You're informed by caller ID that was Lee. You weren't surprised. Who's Lee? Oh yeah, wait, I remember Lee. Lee's her cousin. Despite having busier and busier lives and not living in the same town, you still had a good relationship with your cousin of the same age. Especially once the miracle of the both of you having your own phones actually happened. She got hers first though. Tapping at the accept button, you answered her call. A familiar, bubbly voice came through right after.
Hi.
Hey Amy. Oh my god, look! It's a little... Wait a minute, how is that keychain staying on? It's like a circle, but like, there's no thingy to wrap around it. We just taped it on and it's just stuck there now. Hey Amy. Sup? I trust I'm not interrupting anything major. Only some cleaning around the house. Oh, then you're welcome for my call. A distraction from that must have been desperately needed. Yes, thank you, my dear cousin. I love doing chores. I like cleaning. It's good to hear from you. Even though she couldn't see it, you shook your head at that. Yeah, it's good to hear from you, girl. Right? Yes. Our love is bonding the turtle to my phone. I don't know, it's because, like, I feel like the minute you put it into your pocket, it's gonna fall off. She giggled, and you can hear the jangling of the jewelry she must be wearing. Nothing amazing is happening for me either. I'm bored and felt like chatting. My morning shift ended, so I'm free for the rest of the day. Woo. And that's good. I don't know. I started working when I was in college, so like around 20s. Like at 20, at least a part-time. But then because I worked at a college job, now that I'm no longer in college, I can't keep the job unfortunately. So you hadn't started working yet, so you couldn't relate. Unlike you, Lee had started dipping her toes into the workforce as of late. It made keeping in touch frequently even more complicated, but you both managed. What about you? It's been pretty normal. Cool, that's you then. So, how's Mr. Cove Holden doing? I don't know, I haven't seen him yet. There's a teasing bent to her tone. She was never willing to let up on what was going on between the two of you. But that name was incredibly familiar to your ears. Of course he's familiar! Who have we been dating this past years? Like, who have we been pining for, man? Cove, your next door neighbor for the past decade at this point. But he was far more than just someone who lived on the same street. You vividly remembered the summer day you expressed feelings for each other as little 13-year-olds. We started dating years ago, man. And you're in love with him, but that was one thing you hadn't admitted. Of course I admitted that. What? Wait, and you're in love with him, but that was one thing you hadn't admitted yet? Or you're in love with him, but you didn't want to talk about that at this point in your life? What do you mean we haven't talked about it at all? So this one's like, oh, we're never going to talk about it. This one, we haven't quite talked about. Where's my hands? Where's my hands to tell him I love you all the time? Guys, we have been wearing pants wrong this entire time. I was putting it on my head. Yeah, these choices don't make sense. Especially since I've been, extremely direct. I probably told Cove I loved him a bunch of times. Are they saying, like, marry? Because we're way too young for marry. Like, I think we're, like, serious girlfriend and boyfriend. Is it, like, because we're in high school, so doesn't matter and stuff? Because, I don't know, we were focusing on school and stuff. So, high school love doesn't count. I guess this first one is less worse, so... Are you even surviving without the boy being 10 feet away at all times? Or is everything right with the world again and he's back? What do you mean he's back? Did he go away? No, Lee, he isn't here. Just like he wasn't here yesterday, or the last time you asked, or the time before that.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. Can you blame me? Doesn't it seem like he should have made his grand return already? Plus, I want to visit soon, and he needs to be there too. You could understand where she was coming from. This was certainly outside the norm. Is it like long distance? Cove, did you leave or something? I thought you were still my neighbor. Oh. For the past couple months, and the last few weeks especially, Cove had been going to his mom's place in Nevada. Okay, that makes sense. The two of you still regularly stayed in contact over text and calls, but still. Your mind began to drift back in time to all the prior trips he'd taken to visit her. Almost every year, he'd have to go away for a while, and then he'd be back. Yeah, of course I'm sad and lonely. Where's Ko? Let's see. I don't want a break from Ko. It was just itty. No. No, I'm just sad and lonely. The Presto Espresso. Let's see. Wait a minute! If you're away, who's taking care of the fish we had? Cove, our fish is dying! Let's see. I'm gonna choose one of these. Your mom's helped you ship out care packages to him and his mom. You kept an eye on his house for him while he wasn't away. Yeah, because someone needs to take care of the kid. The fish kid. It felt like the least you could do when you're younger, and nothing ended up happening, so maybe it worked. I know he abandoned the fish. He sent you letters while there in return. That's how it was in the past, but lately he had been trying to see her as much as he could before taking long trips to another state became too impractical to do. His part-time work could become full-time soon, or he could be moving somewhere else for school. Cove hadn't actually been entirely clear what his plans were after graduation. Cove was hesitant to speak on that, even with you. It couldn't be avoided forever though, and you both knew that. What do you mean we haven't been talking about it? Well? Maybe we should switch this up to a non-Cove related topic. That works. The rest of the conversation rolled on, not much longer, though Lee had to go and you needed to finish your responsibilities around the house. The both of you exchanged goodbyes, then you went back to what you've been working on before the call came in. Is Amy, or like, is Junior okay? Dang. I don't know, maybe Ko was the absent dad, like you said, but you know Cliff stepped up and became an awesome grandpa for that fish. As you wrapped up the last of your chores, you were approached by Liz wearing a cheeky smile. I've got Mom's keys. Want to get out of this tiny town to do some shopping in a real city? Yeah, it's been way too long since I've gone anywhere exciting. Good, I'm driving. Yeah, it's obvious I don't know how to drive. I did have a learner's permit, but expired, so I need to go do that again. Let's see. I just don't know how to drive. I mean, like, I know, I just can't pass the test. Which is an important part of, driving. Go get your wallet and anything else, we're going now. With a nod, you made a quick detour to collect your stuff from your bedroom. You had money saved up from gifts you received. After making sure you both were fully prepared for the long haul to the largest city in the surrounding area, you buckled into the car. Well, you know this is old, because they're still using cash. It was a smooth ride there, with light conversations about what shops to stop at and the radio blasting. Liz controlled what was played, but she made sure to pick songs she knew you'd like. It was something the two of you had always done for each other. The trip there breezed by, and in what felt like no time, you had gone from cruising down the road to cruising through the mall. Malls are kind of dead nowadays. Everyone goes to like Amazon and shops on the digital web. Liz had her interests checked out, and you had yours. Video games, let's go. Yes, I still have the same hobbies as when I was a kid, so. When turning a corner down a new length of the mall, your eyes caught on a little gift store. Your friends and family had recently given you many presents for graduating high school. Let's see, you realized you wanted to get a graduation gift to yourself. Well, gift yourself to give Ko. I'm gonna give a gift to Ko. I know, it sounds fun. But at the same time, it's only fun if you have money. It's like when you're a kid, you can't really do much because you don't have a lot of money. But when you're an adult, you have money. But I feel like you don't have the time to go on a mall date unless it's like on the weekend. I don't know. When I go to the malls, it looks so depressing, honestly. Like a bunch of outlets are closing, new ones are popping up, but like, you know, they won't last because business isn't that good. Graduation may have already come and gone, but Cove wasn't really around then anyway. You'd keep an eye out for something good, though you might have something nice for him at home already. Eventually, the mall was explored in full, with every shop of note being checked over. Rather than going home, you decided to walk over to some smaller stores nearby. Liz had many thoughts on that topic.
So?
Honestly, malls are not a bastion of society. Even as smaller stores require extra distance, the brands are so much more. Then your sister abruptly stopped speaking and walking, right in the middle of the path. It was a good thing no one was behind her. She seemed to entirely shut off for a moment. Oh, you good? Oh, is this gonna be like a moment where you see something you like, or did you forget something? Liz? Is this someone you like a friend, or like a crush or something? The attempt to catch her attention was unsuccessful. Something else had all her focus. Before you could mumble out what might be happening, she began to mumble out of the corner of her mouth. Oh, is it like a duck or something? Amy, don't draw attention, but look. What? With a harsh whisper and a subtle jerk of her head, she urged you once more.
Hey.
Look. Oh, it's just a bunch of teens? You followed her gaze as best as you could to a large bunch of colorful teens. Colorful teens strolling down the same path. Okay. You faced back over to your sister with a confused expression and an unspoken question. What were you supposed to be seeing there? Is it like a celebrity? Amy, doesn't one of them seem familiar? Is one of the teams gonna look like Cove or something? She was practically bouncing at this point, so you looked the group over again, and this time you saw what she was seeing. Wait a minute! Amongst a collection of strangers with brown hair, gray eyes, and lots of freckles, is that Shiloh? And that's Shiloh, our Shiloh from when we were kids. Dang, Shiloh. I think you look nice. Yep, that was definitely him. Oh yeah, Shiloh is a year younger, so... I can't believe it. He's honestly just there. That's hilarious. That's incredible. Oh, but how do we talk to him? We have to pull him away from all those other people, and what if I'm wrong? Just yell Shiloh, that's what I would do. Your mouth opened to reply, but she cut it off with her own answer to the question. I've got it. I'll shout the name Shiloh, and then we can act like it wasn't us. If he responds to it, we'll know without a doubt it's him. Amy, keep an eye out to see if he looks. Liz, can't you try talking to him normally? I don't know. The thing is, I could see how it's awkward because Liz is more of an adult right now rather than a teen, so... I mean, the age difference isn't that big though, so she's probably like 20, 21 or ish or something. So let's see. We're not doing that. That's a terrible plan. I think it's a great plan. Why'd I have to be the one who watches? Let's try it. Yeah, let's try it. Likely without even hearing what he had said, Liz put her plan into action. Shiloh! She loudly projected the word across the way, and then put on an act of casualness, turning her head away from the scene while brushing at the skirt of her dress. In a supremely awkward moment, you could only stand there as attention and area shifted to the two of you thanks to your sister's shout. He looks over. Of the many startled bystanders who became altered to your presence, one of them was the boy. From a distance, his large eyes met yours. He looked. Is it Shiloh? A wide grin took over Liz's face. She pushed the rim of her sun hat up and away from her face, while swishing back around to greet her old friend directly. Shiloh. Oh, this is kind of worrying. What's Shiloh's personality? What if he's not a good person anymore? What if he's a bad person? What if he's a great person? I don't know. Let's see. Waving, she stepped a bit closer to express her intention to meet without really closing the gap. She wanted him to come to her. Who you presumed to be Shiloh looked surprised at the call-out. He stole a quick glance at the crowd he was in and hesitantly glanced back your way. He was trying to double-check something. I don't know, what if he's like those types that like, I don't know, what, it's been like, what, 8 years? I don't know, people can change a lot in 8 years. Liz remained steadfast with her gaze trained on him, and ultimately he broke away from the rest of them. He's so short! He's so short! After a light-footed jog across the brick path, the young man pleasantly presented himself in front of Liz and you.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, I like your hat. Oh my gosh, that's Shiloh question mark. Just that simple greeting had Liz giggling.
Hey.
Hello, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I'm Lizzie and that's Amy. We were all friends when we were little kids. His already wide eyes grew even larger, their gaze darting between you and Liz. His previously chipper demeanor faded into something delicate. Oh, it's not Shiloh? I like your hat. I'm really sorry, but I think you have the wrong person. Oh. You could tell not being instantly recognized was going to make this exchange more of a challenge. Still, Liz was undeterred. It was a long time ago. You were really young. I get why you feel like that. However, I'm positive I'm right. You're exactly the same. That face, the freckles, how genial you're trying to phrase things. You're even still wearing a hat. Instinctively, he looked up at his headwear with creasing brows, not making the connection on why the hat meant something to her. I mean, you used to wear bucket hats, so...
Okay.
We knew each other, okay? Oh my gosh. Is it not gonna turn like a heartfelt reunion or something? I think you're just making him uncomfortable, Liz. An uneasy smile settled on him as a silence followed Liz's speech. He was picking his words carefully. And then the quiet was obliterated by a new voice bursting into conversation. Shiloh, what are you doing? The rest of the group already left. A field trip is not a vacation. We are on a schedule. Oh. You're on a field trip right now? Startled. Who takes field trips to the city? What class does that? Cause like, I feel like usually when you're on a trip, it's usually to someplace like exciting or like educational and stuff. Startled, your head snapped towards the path. A distinctly unhappy individual with piercing magenta eyes, dark brown skin, and a sharp jaw stormed your way. He carried a cloud of authority with him, despite looking like he wasn't even 18 yet.
Sorry.
Your voice cracked. Sorry, I didn't mean to ditch. Shiloh, whose name was now officially confirmed, gestured with a hand to add the explanation of his absence as the stranger watched impatiently. They thought they recognized me as someone they knew, but it was a tiny misunderstanding. I think you're lying. Bro, do you not want to meet with us? Liz, theoretically as well as literally, put her foot down at that, stomping in frustration and getting more childish the longer she was around her childhood companion.
Come on.
We do know you. Shiloh merely shrunk in on himself. The tone he spoke with was pained. Sorry. You honestly couldn't tell if he was apologizing for the upset feelings of your sister or the palpable dissatisfaction of his new acquaintance. That in itself was very Shiloh-like. School budget has been cut. Yeah, we're not going to like cool places like... I don't know. Like, when I was in... Okay, I didn't go to a lot of field trips, honestly. But, like, when I was in elementary, there was, like, we went to a campsite and then a water treatment plant. But, like, other field trips that I heard that had happened were, like, things like the aquarium or, like, a judge, like, you know, courthouse and stuff like that, so... A random place in the city is very, very, unusual. Yeah, we're taking you everyone to touch grass. Oh, you know him, is that it? Oh, yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds weird now you think about it. Like, Liz, you're an adult right now. He technically is a minor right now, because I'm pretty sure Shiloh was a year younger than us. And we're probably like, since we graduated, probably like 18-ish, so technically he's still a student, so. The stranger spoke in a dismissive, scoffing tone, as if the words sounded so absurd to him that it was almost amusing. Almost. But the sternness of his voice, his demeanor, quickly reinstated itself. Well, do you know me? I'll tell you. I'm someone who has been forced against his will to be aware of what's going on in Shallow's ridiculous personal life for a year. If the two of you had an importance in his general day to exist, it would have come up by now. Don't bother trying to exaggerate any trivial connection you might have. It's not good enough. He's with us, and you'll survive without him. Now stop loitering in the road. It's rude. Wow, this guy is... Damn, that guy's rude.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, we're the rude ones? The high-strung ranting got an audible gasp from Shiloh, who finally started to speak up against in defense. Nate, that's really mean. And it's also true, we're leaving. At that declaration, the unofficially introduced Nate indigently spun on his heels and walked sweetly towards where the group went, completely confident that Shiloh would follow behind. Oh, people can sure have bad attitudes, huh? Why can't they just try to get along? It's not hard, don't worry though. I bet you won't have to deal with him again. And I'm sorry I can't stay to talk to you, but I hope you have a really nice life. What the? This is so weird. Like, Shiloh, you just say, oh my god, it's you. You just always say, oh my god, it's you, it's been so long, blah blah blah. Small chat, and then it's like, I'm sorry, I have school to go to and stuff, and that's it.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh. Aw, poor Liz. And that was it. His final parting words given. Shiloh left the two of you behind to catch up with his own life that he had to go live. Liz watched his exit stunned, only to frown what hit her that he was really gone as quickly as he appeared. It happened so fast you hadn't even been able to get a word in. She sighed, all the energy she built up releasing with the breath. I could have told him his last name was Fields, his birthday is October 30th. That would have proved it, but no. I'm sorry, Liz. Wow, Shiloh grew up to be dumb. You're left equally deflated. Whoever Nate is, he sucks. Well, damn. You can't help but laugh. Yeah, Shiloh grew up to be dumb. You snorted the words in disbelief at how dense he had been. Why aren't you running after him? Liz merely shook her head, pushing off childish thoughts. I think we can leave it there, thanks. He's in the middle of a high school field trip, and it was already enough being able to see him. There's something reassuring about witnessing firsthand that he's still out there, enjoying his own part of the world. Though if given the chance, I could definitely have a few words with him about the company he's got. Yeah, let's see. I was wondering, did Nate kind of act like Liz when he was a child? Or, no, I don't know. Nate was just way, way too rude, I feel like. She laughed, but you could tell there wasn't much humor to it. She was mad at that guy, even if she was happy to let Shiloh go. Maybe they're only with each other because of the trip, and he's not usually how things go.
Right?
True, we can only hope the same for him as he did for us. Have a nice life, Shiloh. Have a good life. Bye, Shiloh. We'll miss you. Good luck out there. You'll need it. Good luck out there. You're still like, how do I say? A doormat, so you need it. Liz smiled at you. It had the self-confidence you knew so well from her. Come on, little baby sister. Let's finish our own trip. Yeah. It'll be awkward if we end up seeing them later in the trip. No matter how either of you really felt about the occurrence, it was something you simply had to accept. People you know just disappear and reappeared in the most unexpected ways. The two of you enjoyed what remained of your outing until it was time to return home. By the time you arrived back, the sun was already beginning to set. You arched your back as you stretched your arms toward the ceiling. While it had been a good day, it had enough activity to cover an entire week. Liz tried to hide a yawn behind her hands. You weren't the only one feeling worn out. I'll be heading up to your room, I mean the guest room, since mine stopped being available as soon as I was out the door. I mean, you're not wrong, but I never told Shiloh that he was a doormat to his face. But yeah, I hope he's not that much of a doormat to his friends and stuff. Her tone was light. She had quite a say on the subject when you first taken over her bigger room after she left for college, but there have been many trips back home for her since then. The room hadn't been hers for years. It was more of a running joke now that she continued to bring up the topic up to this day. Let's see. Let it go. I didn't see your name on it. Thank you, Liz. It's a really nice room. Thanks for being so gracious about giving it up. Just wanted to follow in my big sister's shoes. I didn't see your name on it. You wouldn't after clearing out every possession I left behind. That's right. I don't leave evidence behind. I'm a master clearer outer. I don't know. I hide all evidence. A small laugh was shared between you and your older sister. You better believe you'll be back in the guest room when you've got your own place, and we're both in town for a visit. We can take turns. You'll have Thanksgiving. I'll get Christmas. Sure. Don't count on it. That's alright with me. I don't need it. Don't count on it. I gotta fight for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said don't count! She flashed her familiar grin, and you couldn't help but feel glad she was back around, even if it was only temporary. With that, she plopped off to the spare room. You're ready to do the same. Moving into a new space was your first opportunity to decorate from scratch. Oh my god, I can design my own room now! Oh! Let's see. Let's see. Blue is my favorite color, but I don't know, I'm not really a fan of this layout. Green looks nice. My bed, why is it tiny? Why is this bed so tiny? Man, oh, definitely not purple. I'm not a purple person. Dang, this yellow is good. Look, this bed, big. A bunch of space right here. We have all our stuff on this side. A computer right there. Okay, I'm gonna choose yellow. Extras, a tissue, and some books. Trophies. Okay. Left, right. Why not? I wonder if Cove still like breaks into our window and stuff ever since we moved to Lizzie's side of the room. Yeah, I like big beds. I need all the room. All the room. Oh, if I click it repeatedly. Okay, no. Okay. Books, plants. Okay, books. Oh, I got stuffed animals, yay! Okay, yeah, definitely a stuffed animal. That one seems good. I mean, it's cause... Well, I've always had to share my bed, so a bigger bed is best, so yeah. Let's see. I don't know, that's kind of tacky, I feel like. Oh my god, lights! Oh yeah, if I do that, I can't get the lights. So lights! Oh my god, telescope, yeah. This is our room. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at these stuffed animals. Is that holding an apple or a heart? Can I see a tiny bit of green? Or is it tomato? Anyways, let's continue. You're really satisfied with the feel of your tiny part of the world. As your thoughts drifted, you tried to bite down another yawn. It was no good. Your bed was now lodged in your mind, and all you could think about was collapsing on it. Cove, come back! You trudged up the stairs to your room. Oh my god, it's beautiful! Stepping aside, you close the door behind you, blocking the rest of the house. When you turn back around, you realize you're not alone there. What do you mean I'm not alone? Wait, is that Cove? Is Cove? Did Cove break into our room? Comfortably perched on the windowsill was someone very familiar to you. Cove Holden. Oh my god, that's so hot. I'm sorry, that's so hot. Oh my gosh, that is so hot. Wait. I had to drink some water because that was so hot. I know, right? He's Batman. Like, I was thinking about him, and he suddenly appeared. Oh my god, he looks so hot. Oh my gosh. And he's legal. So me calling him hot is perfectly normal now. Cove Holden. Oh my gosh. Damn. I picked some nice clothes for you, boy. And you and your weird eyebrows. The shock knocked all the words out of you. Huh? How are you here? Yeah, huh? Like, what? Surprised? His tone was easy and relaxed. It certainly was a surprise. You hadn't expected him to be within the state. Never mind your own house. How did you get in? Did you break in? Oh my gosh. I need to get better security. He hadn't answered how he had suddenly disappeared back in Sunset Bird. Though to be fair, he had been so astonished that there hadn't been much of an opportunity for him to chat with you. Thankfully, Cove was only waiting for a good moment to start and began to explain.
So...
Oh my gosh. I got in about 15 minutes ago. No one was home, so I figured I'd come in the usual way. The window. The window, of course. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel like I probably sound so bad right now. Oh. A small smile had formed on his face. You were still staring at him, unable to blink in case he disappeared. You could still barely believe that he was really there, mere feet away from you. I left my bags in your backyard. I hope that's alright. Bro, this is the hottest thing you have ever done, man. Chat, bro, I want a boyfriend. Yes, I am blushing really hard right now. I am blushing really hard right now. I want a boyfriend that breaks into my house. Oh my gosh. Or anyone to break into it. Actually, not a bad person. I would like someone that I'm acquainted to. They could even be a normal friend to break into my house. But the problem is, it's not really easy to break into my house. Simply because there's a lot of people in my house and they're gonna be wondering who the F this person is that just broke into my house. That was when you truly understood. Cove had come straight to you upon getting back to town. You were his first port of call, taking precedence above all else, even above his father. Damn. Even though you hadn't been in when he called, Cove had ensured that he'd see you at the earliest opportunity, rather than allowing his plans to change. I wondered if this is because we're dating, or if this is because, Cove, don't look at me like that. Oh my gosh. Oh. So where was I going on with that? He really is wearing the pants right now. I wonder if this is like only a dating moment because, you know, we confessed our love earlier, or he always breaks into your house regardless of what our status is. You laughed. The realization made you bashful. You shook your head at his antics. I'm bashful now. As much as I want to join him, I am way too blushy right now. He's finally starting to learn how to wear pants. It wasn't news that you were special to Cove, but the way he prioritized you above everything else was something that flustered you. Cove dropped from his seat on the windowsill. Landing lightly on his feet, he made his way over to you, the smile still resting on his face. You're too crazy. You're too crazy, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we should give him a key, honestly. Because, like, us seeing Cove in our house, normal occurrence. Cove, you're part of our family. You live here, too. You're too crazy. I'm so glad you're here. I missed you. Trouble's back in town. I can't believe my eyes. It's the most amazing man in the world. Or you didn't say anything. Trouble's back in town, man. Oh my god, that's... You ruffled his hair, you wrapped him in a gentle embrace, you pulled him into a bone-crushing hug. You jumped into his arms, you smiled at him, you kissed him. I'm gonna kiss him! Because... I'm just gonna do it, man. Do you not want to be kissed? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, yes! He instinctively began to close his eyes as your face leaned in closer to his. Oh no, is it too soon to do on the lips? Let's see. Because I feel like... Because I feel like I'm more like a cheek kind of person, honestly. I don't know, I haven't kissed anyone, so I don't know. Let's see. I want to tease him. Okay, I have to save right now. I'm sorry. I want to kiss him on the cheek. No, I want to kiss him on the cheek. And I want him to pull me into a kiss on the lips. I want to see how this high, affection thing is. So I wanted to see if he'll pull me into that. You place an affectionate peck on the center of his right cheek before stepping back a bit. Cove rubbed the side of his head, furtively glancing down. Though he couldn't help getting a little nervous still. He was beaming. I miss you. Even though... Okay, that wasn't the reaction I wanted. I gotta go... Wait, let me see. Okay, even if he hadn't said outright, you would have gotten the message from his body language. Cole was grinning widely. His raised cheeks buried his eyes, which gleamed like hidden gems. But he looked at you as if you were the most exciting treasure of all. Okay, are you not gonna... Okay. Cause... Okay. Let's go kiss him in the mouth now. Cause, like, it would be so romantic if I kissed him on the cheek and immediately he would pull me to the lips and I'm like, ah! But you failed. You fumbled. I gotta go back and kiss you. I'm going back in time to kiss you on the lips now. He met you partway, and the two of you shared a gentle greeting kiss. You then stepped back a bit. You still need to learn the art of pants. Ko rubbed the side of his head, furtively glancing down. Though he couldn't help getting... It's probably because I'm reading... Wait, I read too much fanfiction because of that. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by time is showing? I feel so bad for audio purposes because I feel my voice probably sounds awful right now. Squeaky, crunchy. Though he couldn't help getting a little nervous still. He was being... But like, about my type. Shh. No one say anything. What if someone knows? I missed you. Even if he hadn't said it outright, you would have gotten the message from his body language. Cove was grinning widely. His raised cheeks... Okay, we read that. Oh? Wait, what? Obviously, was the trip any good? Why did you immediately frown? Cove's brow creased as he considered your question. Oh my god, wait. Wait. Oh my god, never mind. Never mind, Cove. Never mind. Everything is good. Oh my gosh. Wait, time out. Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay. Guys, he did the thing I wanted to do. Okay, I'm gonna go back in time to load. Because that makes that even more romantic if I did his cheek. Wait, if I just went a little further. If I just went a little further, Cove's brow creased as he considered your question. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my gosh. He did it did the scenario. It did the thing. It did the thing I asked. Oh my gosh, wait. Never mind. He knows the art of the pants. He knows the art of the pants. I'm fricked. I'm screwed. Oh my gosh. I'm screwed, man. I am so screwed. No. Cole Holden has a hold of me. No wonder they call him Holden. I'm just not used to this. I'm just not used to this. Cove didn't fumble. He knew exactly what I wanted and I didn't even say it. Oh my gosh, I just had to go a little further. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, breathe. Breathe, okay. Okay, I'm good. Ah, my face feels warm. I know I get flustered easily. Anyways, okay. He leaned in and kissed you again. After a long moment, he broke the kiss and tilted his head back just enough to speak, but not so much that your forehead stopped touching. I hate it. Let's never be apart again, okay? Yeah, you can just take me next time. He said that absolutely as a joke and exaggeration. Something that wasn't a real request, of course, and yet despite all that, it felt real. Your heart hammered in your chest. Your head swam, cast adrift on a tide of thoughts and adrenaline. It's because, okay, I think the reason why I'm reacting so hard is because, you know, in games, at least the types I've played, you could usually like tell. And I think it's because our life is like, there's so much customization, so much like literally they ask you how high you want affection and stuff. Like, oh. And I think it's because they do that, it allows for surprising moments like this that in a normal game you would expect it. Like, it's like, oh, eventually we're gonna kiss and stuff, it's gonna be romantic. But I think it's because there's so much customization where, yeah, he kissed me even when I kissed him, and oh my gosh. That high affection, like the high, I don't know what it was called, contact thingy earlier, it has hands. It has hands. Ko smiled as if offering a silent apology for his sudden onslaught of tenderness, but he let the words proudly hang in the air all the same. Ko told you about his trip back had gone. Soon you'd even recovered enough to actually listen. Yeah. Yeah. His mom was doing really well. She had a project in the work that she was thrilled about. As a result, Ko was going to be sticking around in Sunset Bird for the time being. Things were settled, as much as they ever could be. With Ko back once more, you felt at ease. Ko stretched his arms out over his head, his eyes on the window and the world beyond. The sun had set while you've been busy reuniting.
Well,
I should probably get my stuff and see my dad. You didn't see your dad yet! Guys, I was truly his top priority. He glanced over to you with a familiar, expectant look. Want to come with me? Yeah, let's go, man. You know I do. Cool. Ko began to head to your bedroom door. Yes, pick me up. Pick me up. Nah, it's just normal. Just pick me up, bro. Wait up, I need a ride. Ko shook his head, the smile on his face implying that it was you and your senses he was questioning, not their quest. He'd come to expect the latter, even if he didn't get why he held such appeal for you.
alright.
Okay. I don't know. Step 1, step 2, that was all like the practice. He learned from me. He learned from me being forward up in the loft and stuff like that. He learned all that has come to this moment where he could finally get back at me. Guys, it's revenge. He crouched down just enough for you to hop on his back in a practice move. As there wasn't much of a difference in height between you, he didn't need to bend down much at all. And with how often you'd done it, there was no trouble in climbing aboard the Cove Express. Let's go! You're my train now. Ko straightened up with poise. accustomed to balancing someone over his shoulders. Cove carried you down the stairs. You had to duck down a couple of times, the ceiling grazing against your elevated head. Still, you safely reached the ground floor of your house. The door's gonna be in the way. Get off here so I can open it. He bent down to let you slide safely off his back. Seeing things from your usual height was disorientating after getting accustomed to looking down at everything. I was mega tall, man. Why you ruin it? In all the excitement of Cove's return, he hadn't even remembered the gift you'd prepare for when he got back. It would be best to give it to him now, before he left your house. Can you wait here for a little while? I got something for you. Cove tilted his head, intrigued.
Really?
Yeah. You nodded with some eagerness, trying to imagine how he'd react when he actually saw it. Oh, wait, time out. You want something special, or okay, making something way more heartfelt. I can't make anything, but we'll try making something. It was probably a bracelet, or oh. Wait, what options does it give me if I do the other one? It was... a new fish? We get a new child if we choose this. Oh my gosh. What, was I just leaving a bag of fish in my room or something? Okay, dolphin-shaped balloon, an anklet for use to model for him. I don't know, he was pretty into the anklets. But I think probably the best choice is probably the shell. Because that just has so much more meaning. You quickly went up to your room to collect the shell, knowing exactly where to find it. It had been housed in the same box since you were a little kid. After all, taking great care, you extracted it from the case. I don't know, I feel like if I showed him the anklet, we might not make it to his house. Things might happen. And I don't think I could show that to on stream. I'm joking. Though it had been a long time since you'd taken it out, the grooves were as familiar to your fingertips as the opening line of your favorite song was to your ears. Cove had admired the shell ever since he first saw it, declaring it to be the best of all your treasures. Despite that, he never accepted your offers to take it. You hoped that might change tonight. You closed your hand around the shell, not wanting Cove to see it until you're ready, and headed downstairs. When you were back in front of Cove, you cautiously lifted your arm up. He looked up on curiously as you unfurled your fingers to show him the gift. Please take it, or I'll have to smuggle it into your house. I really want you to have it. Let's go! Smuggling arc. Cove stared down at the familiar shell nestled into your palm, his mouth parted, though no words came out. He drew his eyes up to meet yours silently, and found the answer to whatever question he couldn't speak. He put his hands over yours and broke the silence. Okay. Finally, take custody of the shell. It was as quiet as a whisper. His fingers were as gentle as his words, brushing against your palm as he took the shell from your grasp. I'm gonna be honest, I like Cove. But every time he smiles like this, it looks like he just has one tooth. So he kind of looks goofy. Water. He cradled it carefully against his chest and smiled at you, his eyes bright. I'll keep it forever. Cove reverently laid the gift safely on the counter, but he didn't turn back to face you once he had ensured it was secure. Though his face was angled away. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Oh my gosh. Though his face was angled away from you, you caught his eyelashes fluttering as if battling away tears. His throat bobbed as he swallowed bubbling emotions. You knew that Cove could be sentimental. The gift and all the memories and feelings tied up in it seemed to have taken a toll on him. Aww. When he began to sniffle, you felt the need to reach out. Cove?
Amy.
He said my name! I can't. You just... Amy, I don't know what to do. He forcefully scrubbed at his eyes like he was trying to push the tears that threatened to spill back in. Oh, Cove, it's okay. Do you need to cry? No. Oh my god, you're crying! You're crying, though. You're crying, man. Nevertheless, tears has begun to spill down his cheeks. Even as he wiped them away, more took their place. Thank you. His voice quivered as he spoke. Cove reached out. You gladly stepped forward to meet him. He laid his warm hands against your cheeks and brought his lips to you. Let's go! Another kiss! Damn, we are getting down to business today. You kissed Cove until the need for air finally won out. Head spinning, you were glad of the security of Cove's hands. I mean, tears are kind of yummy, but at the same time, I don't know. Can he match my freak if I start licking his tears? I feel like he would get used to it. Even after your lips had parted, Cove remained close, his hands still framing your face. Let's see. I'm not gonna say anything. That's romantic. You're welcome. Don't worry about it. You're such a crybaby. I won't make fun of it. Nah, that's okay. I didn't say anything. I accept you. I accept you, man. Cove let out a steady breath. It was far removed from the shaky gasp that had accompanied his sniffles. The tears had dried up. His eyes were a little red, but open, and at peace once again. He smiled, fully recovered from the emotion that had overcome him. It would be funny if Cliff is just waiting at his house, waiting for Cove to come, and he has like this entire party set up, and Cove's just not coming because he's hanging out with me right now. You're really, seriously, too nice to me. He smiled back. You have no right to call anyone else too nice. Cove brushed his hand against the pale ghost of a scar on his arm. He was at a loss for what to do now. The clock ticked away, counting the seconds of silence. Once you had a chance to settle your thoughts, you figured you'd tell Cove the intriguing news. I have to tell you, you're never gonna guess who I saw today. You didn't give Cove a chance to reply. There seriously was no way that he'd figure it out. Shiloh!
Huh?
Shiloh? Did you forget Shiloh? Oh no, don't tell me because he's like become like, I don't know, not affectionate to other people who forgot Shiloh. Cove repeated the name, his expression blank. From when we were kids. Cove pondered for a moment, then snapped his fingers. Oh, he was the freckly boy from the first summer, right? The one who moved. The guy was named Shiloh, and he looked just like Shiloh from back then, even wearing a hat still. But he had no idea who I was and ran off somewhere. Cove frowned. That's, I don't know. Too bad I missed it, though you knew him better than I did. That was definitely true. Not only had Cove known Shiloh for a shorter period of time, but he and Shiloh had never quite gotten along. Yeah, you guys didn't get along at all. I remember that conversation where you kept trying to cut Shiloh out. Not that they were enemies either, just kids who were only ever together because other people they both knew. I wonder what Shiloh's up to these days. I don't have any idea. He didn't say much. Oh well. That was everything he had on that news item, so you moved on to the next big update. Also, you know the mean old neighbors? The one who would always yell at us? He Look at his anger expression, that's so funny. He cringed, recalling those particular memories back in the day was not pleasant, even for someone as nostalgic as him. Yeah? They're not coming. They didn't rent the condo this summer. Cove's jaw dropped. You didn't believe him, and you didn't blame him. The elderly couple had been an institution for as far as back as you could remember, long predating Cove's arrival. Even now, as a teenager, you found your neck pricking as you walked by their condo, half expecting a scolding for breathing the wrong way in the vicinity of their vacation home. It's strange to think of that coming to an end. Wow. Cove blinked, clearly struggling with the idea in the same way you had. I didn't see that coming. People being gone, people coming back. It feels like I've missed a lot. This has been a busy summer already. Well, you haven't missed the fireflies. They still haven't shown up yet. Well, that's something to do. That's something. And we better not get left behind. There's still stuff to do. You nodded. As soon as you left your house, Cove bent down to let you climb back onto his back. For the last part of the journey. Let's go! Piggyback ride! Let's go, Cove! It seemed that no sooner had the night begun than it was already at the end, and the dawn of a new day was soon upon you. The next morning, your belly was full of breakfast, and you were in a pleasant mood. You hoped the rest of the day followed suit. Later, you're meeting up with your friends, Cove, Miranda, and Terry, to go into town. It was all on short notice, but that was because everyone was just so excited that Cove was finally back home. Having a nice daydream. You blinked, pushing all your thoughts away and returning to reality. Your mom was watching you with a teasing smile.
All right.
So, what's on the agenda today? I'm meeting up with some people. Well, I hope you and your friends have fun. Don't get into too much trouble. She winked at you. You knew both of your moms wanted you to enjoy every bit of the summer before all the big changes started. I'll try.
That'd be great.
But before you go gavelanting around town, could you bring the mail in? I'm finishing up putting the dishes away over here. Alright. Thanks very much. Hey look, it's Cliff! Let's see, you look the same. Wait, does he look the same? I forgot if his hair looked like that. It's been 1 week and I forgot what Cliff looked like. Yeah, I think he looks the same. What's his hair? Bro, I completely forgot what Cliff looked like. Okay, wait. Arlie, Cliff. Cliff always looked like that. Yeah, he did. I think I'm just used to his hair being curly. Clifton. Yeah, Clifton. No, his name was Clifford, actually, I think. His name ended up being Clifford. But yeah, I haven't seen you in like 4 years in like this. Well, obviously we probably saw each other quite often. But it's only been 1 week and I already forgot what your face looked like. As soon as you were outside your front door, you couldn't help but see Cove and his dad standing around in the road. They noticed you too.
Hey.
Hey there, Amy. Cove smiled lightly and waved. When you began making your way over, he added, Hi. He said hi to me! Can I just kiss him? Oh no, I just kissed him in front of his dad. Oh my god. Sorry. Sorry for the excessive PDA. Let me just kiss you in front of your dad. Okay, let me just give a kiss on the cheek. You kissed him. On the hand. No, on the cheek, yeah. I'm not gonna kiss him in the on the lips in front of his dad. We just start making out. It was a sweet peck. Not something that had become a familiar greeting between you both. But as soon as you leaned back, you still caught the blush on his skin. You noticed Mr. Holden was taking in the scene of you and Cove with a self-satisfied smile. Cove followed your line of sight and shot his dad an unimpressed look. For a moment, Mr. Holden seemed like he had a thought dancing on the tip of his tongue, but he decided to keep to himself. So, where are you up to today? Me and Cove are meeting some friends later. We're gonna paint the town red. Exciting. They won't know what hit him. Cove shook his head disapprovingly, but you knew him well enough to tell that he was entertained by your notion. Yawning, Mr. Holden stretched his arms over his head. My boy and I have just been waiting around to see what the new neighbors are like. It was definitely his idea. I don't know how you're not interested in this. It's big news. Besides, it'd only be polite to greet the new folks in town. Yeah, maybe it'll be like you guys, a single dad and son. You've been here too long if seeing a new person rent a condo is what you consider exciting development. I'd like to see the newcomers. Your response is just shrug, I don't want to meet them, or, well, anyone has to be better than the last sentence. Let's see. Yeah, maybe it'll be another you guys. Cove snorted some airy laugh at the suggestion.
Oh?
Oh, you think we'll have some competition? For several moments, Mr. Holden was unable to answer. He was still chuckling when he put his hands on his hips and tried to compose himself.
Nah.
Absolutely not. We're the #1 father-son duo in this town, and no one's changing that. Mr. Holden took one more glance at the currently vacant building and sighed dramatically. When he turned back to you and Cove, his whole body seemed deflated. There's no sign of them, and I still need to head over to work soon. Cove gave his dad a few reassuring pats on the back. Okay, I promise to keep an eye out. I can text you if anything happens. Really?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, only until I have to meet up with Terry and Miranda. Will that still work? With a wide grin breaking out on his face, Mr. Holden looked absolutely thrilled to have his nosiness enabled. That works. Yeah, go to work, man! He moved to firmly... What does he even do for work? I forgot. He moved to firmly place both hands over Ko's shoulder, fixing his child with a firm stare. Son, you are my true ally in this world. Mr. Holden stood up straighter, letting Cove go. He looked reinvigorated. Okay, with that settled, I'll go make some money. That's always been the one thing I do best. Mr. Holden headed off to the garage with a big wave goodbye. Cove smiled the whole time. You both watched his dad leave. Cove's dad was kind of a bother. He had mixed feelings. Mr. Holden was one of your favorite people. Yeah, I really liked him. Because Mr. Holden isn't my favorite person. Because Cole's my favorite person. He had for a long time. As soon as he was out of sight, Cole sighed lightly. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just not looking forward to waiting. Guess I'll be hanging around the street a while. Good luck, see you later, bye. I'll stick around to the new neighbor. I can wait with you. Or, why don't I stay to... Yeah, let's stay together, man. And keep you company. Curiosity about the new tenant was getting the better of you, and you figured that the wait wouldn't be too much longer. And besides, you just couldn't leave Cove. Really? Of course, I like keeping you company, remember? He stared at you a moment, smiling softly and thinking about his response.
Me too.
I like that too. Cove put his hands on your shoulder, his thumbs absent-mindedly moved in a soothing circle. The look in his eyes were much firmer. He was serious. Amy, you're my true ally in this world. He needed to clarify that. Because Mr. Holden said Cove's his biggest ally, but I'm Cove's biggest ally. Or Mr. Holden. That got a fair amount of chuckles from you. He grinned, the stoicism fading into amusement.
Thank you.
I knew you'd stay for me. You're lucky to have me, no problem. I can't help myself. You laughed, you shook your head, you shrugged. You're lucky. Really, you're lucky to have me. Teasing, Cove raised an eyebrow. You're the most lucky guy in all of Sunset Bird. Luckiest. For a moment, you weren't sure if Cove was laughing at your declaration, or that you momentarily forgot the word luckiest. Either way, you didn't mind. The smile on his face reached his eyes, and he made you electric. And then he let go of you. Cove stepped over to his front porch steps, lazily taking a seat and leaning back on his arms. Our watch begins. Nodding in agreement, you joined Cove on the front porch steps. You both sat there in a comfortable familiarity as you settled in for the waiting game on the new tenants. I don't know what the new tenants think we're a gang because we're just waiting for them. The neighborhood was quiet, and you sighed contentedly, closing your eyes and feeling the light breeze. Eventually, you both perked up at the sound of a car. A taxi followed the noise, turning onto your street. Cove's eyebrows raised at the sight, and he sat up straight on the stoop.
Oh?
This has to be them, right? The only people who come out here live here. It has to be. Now that they were here, you couldn't help but feel just a bit curious. You wondered what kind of person would be living in the neighborhood for the summer. The taxi pulled to a stop, as you expected, in front of the now empty condo. It was on the same side of the street as your house, a few buildings further up. Without getting to his feet, Cove tried leaning and tilting his head to get a view of the passenger door as it opened. The single occupant exited the cab. Huh? You could feel what Cove was in that moment. After the last renters, this new visitor was definitely not exactly what you expected. What? It was a young man. Had to be close to your own age. He was dressed fully in eclectic black, white, and gray outfit. Even his swooping hair matched the scheme. Let's see. Black and white hair. This is a weird shirt. And you have a mole on your neck. I see. The only other Papa's color is... if he's around our age, how can he afford this house to rent? The only other Papa color was something that couldn't easily be fashioned into submission. A pair of dark brown eyes, which you caught when he looked over at his audience. Hello, folks. Who might you be? We're the neighbors. Oh, okay. At least he's not a jerk. The smile already prominent on his face curled further. It was cocky, but you didn't get the impression it meant something adverse. Hallelujah. Okay. I can work with this. Okay. You and Ko shared a familiar look with one another, bewildered even further. Is this like the artist? Is he like, I don't know, like a fashion designer or like an artist that like wears that's like really eccentric or something? The color-coordinated man left it there, however, and with a firm click, he shut the door of his ride. Then he turned his back to you to retrieve a large, unsurprisingly black suitcase out of the trunk. Continuing on his own business, he strolled forward and lightly tapped on the driver's side window with his knuckles and asking for them to roll it down. When open, he leaned down and rested his arm on the edge. You assumed he was thanking the driver for getting him there, considering he slipped them a tip during the brief chat. Is it only you, just one guy? They shook hands, and then he pushed himself up and away from the taxi with both arms, giving the driver room to leave. A taxi pulled away, rolling carefully down the road and out of sight around a corner. The new renter had officially arrived. This guy seems too young. I mean, if he's around our age, what, he's 18? Maybe a bit, maybe more Liz's age? I don't get how can you afford to rent a house by yourself. He left a suitcase on the ground out of the way of the street and started over your way with the confidence of someone who had been invited to join. Cove does not look happy at all. Oh my god, is it gonna be like a love triangle? Oh my gosh, wait. Cove, is this gonna be your competition? I mean, Cove wins in the height department at least. Look, he's short. At least shorter than Cove. Cove's kind of giant. Oh my gosh, wait. I love love triangles too. I love reading them in Ultimate Isekais. So like, oh my gosh, but I have to be faithful to Cove. Oh my gosh. You can't just introduce a new person to me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really a fan of their hair. I think his hair's too short. I don't know. I don't know. And what kind of person wears a shirt with eyes? He has to be the eccentric type. I know, he kind of feels like a jerk for some reason, and we don't even know him that well. Cove finally stood up to greet this person. You followed suit.
Excellent.
What the F? Did you hear that? He's like, excellent. What are you, Mr. Burns or something? Baxter? Okay, this kind of sounds like a douchey name. I'm Baxter Ward. It's excellent to meet you, neighbors. Excellent? Oh my gosh. You're standing on the side he was approaching from. When Baxter got close enough, he offered his hand to you first. To me first? Let's see. I'm not gonna hug him. I'll shake it. I'll be nice. Baxter gripped your hand firmly to give a satisfying shake. Welcome to Sunset Bird, Baxter. I'm Amy. Don't tell me you're just gonna ignore Cove and go for Cove's girlfriend, me. Okay, let's see. Hey, Amy. I am quite keen on getting to know you better this summer. We could be good friends. From your other side, Cove made a sudden sputtering noise. And you are? He lifted his hand next to Cove next. Okay. He's being fair. Cove, be nice. Shake. Cove instead crossed his arm to express his rejection of the idea, still eyeing Baxter carefully. I'm Cove. Baxter's whole demeanor lit up for unknown reasons. His eyes shone as he studied Cove a moment. Wait a minute. What if he's gay or bi? What if Baxter goes for Cove and I'm the one? He's the one. Cove's in the love triangle, and I'm gonna have to try to What if he's my love rival? Not. He's not the love interest. He's the love rival. Oh no, Cove. Cove, don't fall for him.
Really?
What the F? Now wait, is that a nickname or your real name? It's just my name. Cove spoke mildly, having given that explanation many times in the past, but it clearly charmed Baxter all the same. He tossed his head to one side with a laugh. Oh no, I think he might... No, that's not good though. I think Cove knows who he belongs to. I know he's learning the art of the pants, but he's still mine. Your parents knew exactly what they were doing. I can't imagine a more fitting name for the face that I'm seeing. Cove. That's gorgeous. See, it's flirting. No. I'm sorry if I'm yelling too much, but wait, let me see. How loud does it get? Okay. I hope it doesn't get like peak or whatever. Guys, I think he's my love rival. Oh no.
What?
Don't blush, Cove. Don't blush, okay? Only I can make you blush. It's really not. Yeah, hey, only I get to fluster him. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that? It wasn't my intention. Go away, Baxter. No. Okay, that's good then. No, I don't even know if... So when I speak normally, it's like in green bar, orange bar territory on OBS. But like, I get worried if it ever hits red bar, so... But that's good if it's not being bad to you guys. But, no, Baxter, go away. Go away. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that? It wasn't my intention. Go away. I need to protect my man. Baxter grinned welcomingly. The entire conversation brought a burning red blush to Cove's face, and he couldn't make eye contact with either of you. No, only me. Exactly, Cove. You're mine. You notice that Baxter looked apologetic over Cove's increased discomfort. Oh no, guys, I just realized. If Baxter ends up being like this nice person, nice but teasing, guys, I'm losing my legs here because all I do is tease the ever-loving Eva Cove. I don't want him to... I can't let him be exposed to Baxter's possible nice charms. Because if he learns that people are supposed to be nice in a relationship... Go away, Baxter. I have to. Go fine. You notice, like, this is our life. Our life, me and Cove. Not me, Cove, Baxter. Not Cove and Baxter either. You notice that Baxter looks apologetic over Cove's increased discomfort. I'm sorry. It wasn't intended to mean more than it did. I like your name, but you don't have to mind that. I'm patiently against stepping on anyone's toes. Oh, patently? Okay, sorry. He chuckled to himself. It seemed like there was some extra meaning hidden there in his words, and you noticed that Cove raised an eyebrow, picking up on that too. I think he's the type that likes waiting, and then like the moment I accidentally break Cove's heart, he's gonna swoop in, and I can't let that happen. Baxter didn't even open his eyes to see her faces to know he had some filling to do. He stood up straighter, striking a slight pose with the position on his feet. I'm a ballroom dancer, hence the phrasing. Oh, I don't know much about dancing, but that's pretty cool. Oh no, Baxter, no. Baxter, go away! It's not hard once you get the basics down. If you effing invite Cove to learn how to dance, I'm taking you down. I'm gonna effing like... I'm gonna tackle you, it's mine. Cove didn't look convinced at all. Baxter took that as a cue to keep talking.
Well,
He grinned in a way that was rapidly becoming familiar to you. If either of you are ever looking for a partner, I'm available. No, he's bi. He's aiming for both of us at the same time. Oh my gosh, Cove. Guys, this is way over my head. Guys, he's aiming for both teams. I have to get tutorial. I have to protect Cove. Cove peeked at you, smiling softly. Cove's just watching me become a cat, like he said. Like, I don't know. I've never felt this threatened before. Like, I felt like whenever we got introduced to anyone, like, they never aimed for Cove. Like, they never have been this forward. I'm the forward person. You can't take my role in this. You felt his familiar touch as he squeezed your hand for a moment. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought this was Baxter. And I thought Baxter said this. And I was like, what do you mean you're dancing with Amy? But okay. Everything is good. I already have a partner. Amy is the only one I'd want to dance with. Sorry, she's my girlfriend. You're both together? Yeah, we are. No, that's crushing. That makes sense. I got here too late. Should have taken a semester off sooner.
I get it.
That's a joke. Really, I didn't mean to intrude on anything you have with the offer. I'll take you up on the offer sometime. If I don't want Cove anymore, I'm like, bye, Cove. I'm not. Yeah, Cove is the guy I want to dance with. Baxter smiled and nodded understandingly, letting the subject go. After that, there was a lull in the conversation, and Cove attempted to fill it.
So...
What made you decide on Sunset Bird? Oh yes, my parents rented a condo, so I had a place to stay while I'm off for a semester from college and not living in the dorms. There was a playful glint in Baxter's eyes as he continued.
Honestly.
Why is his voice so deep? I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but like his voice is so... I look at him, he doesn't look like a deep voice person, but his voice is so effing deep for some reason. Ideally, they wanted to send me somewhere that wasn't too exciting. But lucky for me, they picked the wrong street, considering the two of you live here. Baxter then preemptively lifted his hands in front of his chest, giving the gesture for meaning no harm. I think you're causing so much harm, go away. It's nice not to be the only one around my age. The only one my age around the neighborhood for an entire summer, nothing more. That was a story you had heard before. The same one as when Lonely Cove and his dad moved in all those years ago. Cove wasn't relating still. You could have phrased it like that in the first place. I don't feel the need to come words of praise to myself, but they're not romantic come-ons. I see that you two are very much a committed pair. I'd like to be friends if we can, but that's all. It's okay. I'd appreciate if you didn't do that to me. Go away from Cove. I don't know. Let me think. Because, like, honestly, I think Baxter would be an interesting friend. However, I am very protective of Cove. You probably annoy a lot of people. I don't know how to react, man. Baxter looked at you and smiled apologetically. I don't know how to react to you, man. Because I don't want you with my Cove. Go away. I'll keep it in check. Okay, good. Good. Shifting his weight to his other foot, Baxter tried to move forward.
So...
Oh! So which condo is yours? How long have you been living together? Oh, we're not living together, man. We're just neighbors. Oh no. Ko sputtered again, and unintentionally a laugh escaped you.
That's...
We're both neighbors, but we live in different houses with our parents. Yeah, we're poor. We go by our parents' money. Like maybe if we find him to, if we find Baxter someone to set Baxter with, I'll be fine. I'm just very, very cautious. As a second nature, the two of you pointed to your homes, the buildings directly across from each other. Baxter's eyebrows raised at that. We're not rich. Your neighbors who started dating. What a couple of lovebirds. You're the backbone of romantic society. Honestly, I hope you never break up. If you can make it work, there might be a chance for the rest of us. What? You knew Ko well enough to tell there was a little bit of amusement in his expression, but he sighed in exasperation. After that, you had no doubts about his claims of being complimentary. Okay, good. If he wants us to succeed, that's good. That's good. You shook your head at it. Too much again? Kind of. Well, if either of you are free, I'd be thrilled to hang out this summer, but we can save the schedule talk for later. I should get my things inside. He gave a small nod of the head and flashed you both a dazzling smile.
Goodbye.
Goodbye for today. Ko simply waved goodbye. Bye. Don't come back. Baxter then turned on his heels and strolled back to his suitcase, picking it up and bringing it to his condo. You and Ko were silent as Baxter unlocked the door and disappeared inside the house. With then completely out of the scene, Ko let out a long breath.
Well...
I don't know how I'm going to explain that guy to my dad. He burst into a fit of laughter, trying to imagine the conversation. So you see, Dad, the new neighbor, he tried hitting on Amy. Then he tried hitting on me. But it's okay, in the end, he supported our relationship. At least the job is done. We saw the new neighbor, and now we can go meet up with Terry and Miranda. Yeah, we should get going. You gave Baxter's condo one last glance over your shoulder. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. Honestly, you didn't know if you could ever come to a conclusion about him. Baxter was just so different. When I say different, I mean he's like me. He's more similar to me than Ko. So no one likes seeing their evil doppelganger or whatever. Turning your attention back to Ko, you pushed all thoughts of Baxter aside. You both started making your way towards town. Hand or arm? Arm. Let's do arm. You smiling at him, you took your arm around his. Ko hummed happily in response. A little while later, you and Ko reached a main street in town. All of a sudden, you stopped walking. What's wrong? I think I felt my phone vibrate. You dug your cell phone and looked at it with a satisfied grin. There was a new message. Before you could read it, you were distracted by a small amused noise from Ko. His head was slightly tilted to the side as he carefully looked at your old keychain. It's the gift you gave me, the little turtle! I can't believe you still have that. Let's see, of course I do, I love it, you shouldn't be surprised. Well, someone was crazy enough to get it for me, so I may as well use it. You struggled or you blushed quietly. Of course, I love it, I love turtles! You mean it, the intensity of your words had Ko blushing and looking away from you. For a moment, you were both at a loss for more words. You were sucked into remembering the day he bought it for you. Ko was the one who spoke up again.
It's nice.
I'm actually glad you like it. He looked from the keychain to you. His smile reached his eyes. It makes me happy, seeing you care about it and everything. It makes me happy that you're happy. Smiling, you refocused on the task at hand. You opened the new text from Miranda, and all you saw was, I can see you. What? They're stalking us. Immediately from where you stood, you started swiveling your head around. You couldn't spot Miranda anywhere, but she did send you more messages. Are you in a tree? I saw you holding Ko's arm. Scandalous. Where are you? Come on. Really, Randy? Oh, wait.
Yeah, where are you, man? Oh, this is so cute. Oh, that's it? The message was sent, and you were back to looking around, scanning for any sign of movement and familiar faces. But they were still invisible. Cove looked at you carefully, raising an eyebrow. Miranda come out. You sighed in ridiculous, you burst in laughter. Oh my god, yes. You grabbed onto Cove again, wanting to show Miranda how scandalous you could be. At once, you hooked your arms around his neck, still holding your phone, and brought him even closer. He blushed and gave you a look mixed with amusement and confusion. We're being extremely scandalous right now. Seriously, Amy? What did that message even say? Okay, that's good, that's good. Just in case. Okay, but first... Huh? Sorry, I thought I heard something for a sec. But first, we need to make sure... We have to... Okay. Before we burn down Baxter's house, we need to make sure we get into his will so we get the money. Because he's rich. Yeah. Unfortunately... Okay, so actually, right now, I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. One moment, sorry. Do-do-do. Okay, I have returned. But yeah, I do need those plans. But first we have to get into his will. And then we have to, once again to the will, we could kill Baxter. I mean, as long as Baxter doesn't turn out to be too annoying. If he turns out to be a better person than his introduction is, then that's totally fine. But if he continues being, I don't know, a bit annoying, then, you know, we're gonna kill him. Before you can even begin explaining anything to Cove, you both snapped your attention to the yelling from across the street. And there you saw Miranda and Terry coming out from behind the backside wall of the grocery store. They both started waving wildly to draw even more attention to themselves. Oh. With their friend's grand entrance made, Cove seemed to realize the joke. He smiled with a sigh, and you let him go for the moment, chuckling. Cove took a step in their direction. He grinned and waited for them to get closer. Laughing and arm in arm, the girls stopped only to look both ways, and then rushed across the empty street.
Hi.
Hi, I hope you weren't waiting too... Hi, I hope you weren't... Hi, I hope you weren't waiting too long.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddies. Hi. Let's see. I'm amazed. How did you appear out of nowhere like that? They started giggling again. Terry glanced at Miranda, wondering what their story should be.
Ooh.
It was magic. Gesturing in a vaguely whimsical manner, Terry went along with the decision. And magicians never reveal their secrets. Ooh, that's fair. Terry then closed the distance between her and Cove and crushed him in a painfully tight hug. You're finally here. It's been so long. What took you? He did his best to eke out a reply with his chest being compressed.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Aw. Eventually, she let him go. Terry looked at him with a beaming smile, but Cove was distracted, rubbing his arms. Standing there, Miranda shifted her weight to her hip. She watched Cove patiently with a bashful smile. Welcome back. Thanks. It finally felt official. Everyone was together in one place. I'm here, you weren't sure how often you would have another afternoon like this again. They didn't either.
So?
Cove. Terry poked Cove square in the chest. You're gonna have to get me your schedule by this time yesterday.
No way.
Not really possible, Terry. But I can say as soon as I know. So far work hasn't said anything, but I can tell you I'm busy with orca activities. What? Are you training orcas or something? When Cove wasn't at his part-time job or pursuing his athletic interests, he volunteered for the Ocean Restoration California Affiliation, Orca. Aww. The group focused on cleaning up beaches and removing pollution from the ocean. Cove always loved the sea. It didn't surprise you one bit when he started getting involved with them. So, I mean, it's a good thing. But it's more Cove's thing. 'Cause... I mean, like, you know, cleaning ocean's a good thing, but that's Cove's thing. I don't do anything, I just watch. There's a big Smash event for the years coming right up, isn't it? Yeah, there's not that much more to do before then, but I'm kind of looking forward to the fundraising push. You nodded, wondering how the event would turn out this year. I know you can do it, and even if it goes really bad, it'll still look good on a college application at least. Oh, frick, maybe I should have joined it. That's true. Hey, guess what? Guess what else? We don't have to stand here to say stuff. Let's go. I would like a meal now. Perking up, Cove nodded in agreement. Yeah, I'm hungry. Time to head out. The four of you headed into town, happily chatting the whole way. The only decision left to make was where exactly to stop and eat. The rest of the afternoon, evening passed by in a blink of an eye. When night fell, it was time to head home, and you parted ways with Miranda and Terry. You and Cove reached your neighborhood without event. It was late enough that your out-of-the-way street was dark and silent. Okay, it's either you're walking tiredly after such a long day, you strolled with step in your skip in your step, you ambled along, or Cove was giving you a piggyback ride. I don't know, do I really want to give Cove a Let me think. It's because we gave a piggyback ride the other time around, so I think it's better to skip. I'm gonna give your back a rest, Cove. Days like today, filled with good food and good company, left you feeling energized. As you walked alongside Cove, you peered at his face out of the corner of your eyes. You wondered why he felt so distant to you. It was out of character. Oh, Cove, don't tell me. Are you leaving? Are you going to college out of state? For a while, Cove silently stared ahead and left you alone with your own thoughts. It surprised you when you did hear his voice all of a sudden. He still wouldn't look at you. It feels weird coming back to the neighborhood and trying to get into things like they're the same. And they're not. They've changed. They're still changing. Your mouth felt uncomfortably dry all of a sudden. It was true, the things that kept the people you knew together were starting to disappear. Each person had to make their own priorities and their own path now that wasn't set for them. You thought about your own immediate future. You had been considering more and more, and ideas were starting to settle in your mind. You hoped. Yeah, since we're like, what, 18-ish? School full-time. School full time and work full time? No, that's gonna kill you. I know some people do it, and I know they might not be in the best situations because they have to have money and stuff. But I was able to go to school full time without needing to work. Unfortunately, I did go to work part time though, but that was like in the middle of the school to gain experience. But I'll just focus. I think that's it. For your education, you thought you'd attend a public university. And that was all. And for that, you wanted to... I stayed pretty local, so I'd say local. It'd all be happening so soon. Like, okay, so like if we're 18, we graduated, you need to already be applying while you're in school. You can't just apply after. That's not how it works, unless you're taking a gap year. Yeah, I already applied schools. I mean, I think everyone in my family would know. Because that's like a big change going to like, I mean, school to school. It's not necessarily a big change, but it is a big decision. Now you wondered what Cove had in mind. You'd heard him consider some things for his future, but it was never anything that would have counted as a real plan. Making it back home, you both stopped in the middle of the street, Cove's side. Cove looked at the ground for a moment. His mouth trembled, trying to settle on the right words to say, "Are you going to study in a different part of the state?" So, are you still thinking about going to school and stuff in Sunset Bird? Yeah, you remembered. Cove closed his eyes and nodded when he composed his thoughts. He looked at you when he tilted his head.
I mean...
I decided on something, well, kind of. He smiled slightly and rubbed his arm, and then his expression grew more serious. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna decide on a school or a career. Not this summer. I'm gonna stay here, at least in Sunset Bird. I'll probably move out of my dad's place. I'll keep working my job, keep doing my volunteer stuff, and everything else.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll know what I want for myself by fall, or next year. Or maybe I'll never have a plan. Life will continue on with whatever's happening. I'm not gonna crush myself trying to have everything figured out by a timeline that someone else has set. I just can't do that. His brow furrowed, and his tone was tense. It was clear how much expectations were weighing on him. I guess it'll be me and you, right here, for a while longer. His eyes were glossy. You weren't going to be separated, and that meant a very great deal to him. That does sound very him. Because he's always, I felt like, a more free-spirited type of person. Cove grinned. He looked relieved that you understood. I think so too. I'll see you tomorrow, Amy. Break into my house tonight, bro! I'm already looking forward to it. Night. He pulled you into an unexpected hug. It knocked the breath out of you, yet couldn't have been a more reassuring feeling. You returned his embrace and stayed that way for as long as you could.
Good night.
He finally let go, giving you another smile. Also, make sure to explain to your dad about Vaxxer and how he's trying to steal both of us at the same time somehow. But also support us. It's weird. Then Cove started walking away, but you remained there, frozen in the middle of the street. You watched him and wondered, how many more times will he be able to say that he'll see you tomorrow? You hoped for countless more times. Finally, you turned toward your own house. You vowed to yourself that you would make the most of every moment you had this summer. I see. Oh my gosh, look at all this. I mean, do I have to learn to drive? But look over here. It says drinks. I don't have the DLC, but like, these sound like some fun moments. Do I want to continue, or I think, should I end it today? I mean, I do have a bit more time today to continue for at least one more moment. but you know what? Okay, I'm gonna do one more moment, and then we're gonna end stream. So let's do hang. Oh, are you gonna hang with Baxter? My lovely room. You grabbed the large beach towel from off your bed and stuffed it into a bag. You had already packed your water bottle for your upcoming beach hangout session. The stars had aligned and somehow everyone was free today. Miranda had set things up with several bubbly phone calls between you, Cove, and Terry to find a time to hit the beach. You're hoping that this would be a fun time together. Ah, if I didn't see those what's called swimsuit shorts over here, I would have thought you were naked, bro. It's like, dang, I didn't realize you were going this fast into a relationship. Oh, welcome in, Chicken Wing. Yeah, we're playing Our Life. Cove isn't naked, he's wearing swimsuit shorts. This is kind of like an awkward position to actually walk in on. Cove sat in your windowsill and kicked one of his legs into the air idly. He already had his swimsuit on, and his towel was bundled under his arm in a misshapen ball. Yeah, I like Cove too. Oh my gosh, Cove has been absolutely amazing. And I set like the affection or whatever to like contact to high. So like I get so like blushy whenever he like suddenly kisses us and stuff. And I'm like, ah! Yeah, he is absolutely sweet. He's shown up earlier that morning with a surprising amount of enthusiasm. He was chatting as you caught up to his preparation. But seriously, I couldn't find my swimsuit this morning. I looked everywhere and it had disappeared. I had no idea what I was gonna do. You could've got a new one. What happened to your other swimsuit? You don't have to wear a swimsuit to the beach. Oh my gosh, I don't think I could have handled if... What if Cove's just naked? Yeah, it completely vanished somehow, just like your old Sandra. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Oh my gosh. You totally didn't just lose your stuff again.
Seriously?
Very funny, Amy. That was different. I was 8. Anyways, I don't know why it was in the bathroom when I never put it there. It just disappeared like your sand pail. He gave a small smile and readjusted the towel in his arms. You now could see that it had been folded at some point, but then rolled up and carried without much care.
I'm so glad.
But I'm just glad I found it. It would have been crappy to lose my favorite trunks. It was nice to see Ko so happy and comfortable in what he was wearing. You walked over to your dresser and mused about how you had picked out your own swimsuit. Okay, what's our options? Your height had complicated... let's see. Your height had complicated shopping a little. Not all suits are made to properly fit people like you. And then for the shape of your body... I don't know. I'm just... I'm just medium. And... I don't have any muscle. I tried going to the gym, but I'm not making any muscle. And I guess soft. There was a smooth feel to your build, without any muscle even if you flex. Yeah, like, I tried to flex my, like, bicep, but, like, there's nothing. There's no, like, little muscle that comes up. How do people do it? You'd kept mostly the same body shape you had throughout your teenage years. You're used to your body, and your body was used to your habits.
Are you okay?
You alright? Oh yeah, I was just thinking about some things. What things? Just myself and my body, really. His eyebrow rose at your admission of self-reflection. And what do you think of it? My diet? I don't know, I don't usually eat a lot. Maybe I do need a bulk up. Or something. I don't know, how do you even get muscles? Like, I don't eat healthy, so... I mean, I try to eat a vegetable some days. But... maybe that's why. I don't know, I'm not doing a lot of... I feel like whenever I go to the gym, I don't usually do a lot of weight training. It's more like cardio and stuff. Because I'm really, even if I try doing weights, I can't really carry it because they're really heavy. What did you think of who you were? You considered your identity further. I work out like 2 to 3 times a week. That's consistent, right? Yeah, I'm good about my gender. Being called her was right for you. And? Why are we talking about my chest? Okay, guys, guys, don't look. Don't look. I'm gonna answer this, but you guys don't get to see. Yeah, this is a lot of, let's see. Yeah, you guys don't get to know about the options about my chest because that's private. No one gets to see it. No one. And that was all. Okay, that's it. No more chest talk. Comfortable in our own body. Your body was you, and it was a good one that you felt content in. You had pretty much always felt good in your body. It was that way through your main growing years. And now you're an adult, now that you're an adult, you didn't see that changing anytime soon. Whenever I see Cove's like, oh my god, he's naked. He's not. He's not. He has pants. I mean, shorts. He focused on Cove again. He smiled at you and tilted his head, a question still in his eyes. He was waiting for you to come to an answer, but before you could, you had something to say to him. Let's see. Bro, what do you think of me? This is the test. This is the test where, like, you know, when you go shopping and then, like, the girl, like, I don't know, like, you're, usually, how do I say? A girl's like, oh, what do you think of me in this, what's called, dress or something? And then you have to pick the right answer, or she will complain about it. It's like, it's a time-sensitive event that if you take too long to answer, or too short to answer, if you don't give the right answer, or you don't give enough neutral answer, there is no right answer to this question. I am tricking you, Cove. About how I look, I mean. Cove smirked a little, his eyes taking you in easily. Fishing for compliments, Amy? You look great. Everyone knows that, including you, by the way, unless that's changed. Yeah, if I want a compliment from you, you still should compliment, man. I'm waiting. I said you look great. Ko shook his head. His hand went up to try to unsubtly cover his smile. I was kind of worried you were so in your own head because something was wrong, but guess not. I'm glad.
Hey.
Hey, Amy. Ko gave you a vet smile, pointing to your arms. I don't have any muscles! You're looking particularly shapely today. What does that even mean? It's... He answered, not in words, but a solid okay sign with both hands, and the same cheeky smile. Honestly, that answer is something I would answer. If someone's like, oh, how did I look today? And I would be like, you have a body. Cove suddenly flushed when he realized how boldly he complimented you. He said bye, even if he was a little red. You were a little taken back. That came out of nowhere. You glanced at yourself. I didn't know you liked my arms so much. Oh, I thought you were into ankles, man, like anklets and stuff. Yeah. You started to flex yourself jokingly. You fortastedly stretched. You stood there stunned. You're so sweet and fantastic. Yeah, you have some good arms yourself, man. Cove ducked his head and started to rub his left arm. It seemed he was much more prepared to rain praise on you than to receive it himself. He barely could respond. If you give me praise, I need to give you praise too. That's how it works in the relationship. Thanks, you two. Oh, I already said that. Huh? Thanks. Finally, you felt that was enough of that topic for one day. You went back to your original goal because you got sidetracked. You needed to pick what you wanted to wear to the beach. Let's see. A Speedo? Damn. You went with swim trunks and a top. You want to wear a wetsuit, a tank teeny. What's that? I know what a bikini looks like. What's a tank teeny? Tank teeny. I see. Yeah, tank teeny looks good. Oh, but I don't. Yeah, I will. Actually, I don't like swimming at all. Sorry, Co. I'm not getting in the water wearing casual clothes. While you dug around in your drawers, you tried to think if there was anything else you were missing. Sunglasses, a hat, a shawl, goggles. Let me think. If I... Not... You know, shawl or hat? Shawl or hat? You know, I think a shawl... hat... You know, I think I'll go with a hat. With that taken care of, you held your outfit together and looked to Cove. He was tapping his... I just literally just wear my normal clothes to the beach. He was tapping his toes on the side of the wall as he waited. You vaguely wondered if he thought that was a comfortable place to sit. He hoped so, given how long he perched on it. But, like, don't sit on my stuff, okay? Regardless, it was time for him to go. You weren't going to put on your beachwear with him just chilling there. I need a change. Cove smiled, content with being kicked out. Bye, Cove. Alright. Cove lowered himself off the window and strolled past you to get to the door. He lightly brushed his fingers against your cheek when he passed. Bro. Trying to be all romantic right now.
Bye.
I'll see you out front. Okay. You can't just touch my cheek and not think of the consequences. When you're alone, you got undressed and put your clothes on. You also checked your beach bag for the final time, and it seemed like you hadn't forgotten anything. Are you sure we don't want to use, I don't know, some anklets for Cove because he likes those? You left your room and hurried down the stairs, ready to meet Cove. You made sure to lock your front door and walked outside. Cove stood in the road, looking down and scuffing his feet on the asphalt. When you shut your heavy door, he looked up at you and smiled. Nice to see you again. Hi, Miranda and Terry are gonna be here in not too long. Terry even texted me earlier saying she was mostly on schedule.
Well...
Why don't we just head to the beach and wait for them there? We're both ready. That sounded like a good idea to you. You said as much, and Cove shot off a quick text telling the two of you where'd you be. Cove gave you a thumbs up after the message sent. It was a familiar path to walk, and it wasn't long until you reached the shore. Let's go, the beach! The sand! Cove laid out his towel on the warm sand. You set up your stuff beside him and looked out into the ocean. The rolling swells hit the shore rhythmically. Dang, I'm bad at talking today. You all had lucked out. It was a beautiful day, the sky was clear, and the waves were good. It was a balmy summer day, but with a pleasant breeze to keep things comfortable. Essentially, it was perfect. So, are you thinking about getting your feet wet? It could be fun to walk along the water, or would you want to stay totally dry? Let's see. I'm good. We could walk. I don't mind walking in the water. Just don't push me, Cole. If you push me, I'm gonna push you. But then I'm gonna be in a bunch of wet clothes and I'm gonna be annoyed, so don't do it. You wiggled your toes in response to comment and looked off into the shoreline. Cove nodded, accepting of the plan. He kicked some sand off his towel absentmindedly. Yeah, sounds nice. You took a deep breath and tasted the relaxing, salty air. Cove caught your eye and gave you a small smile. You chatted a little before a comfortable quiet settled over the two of you, content to watch the waves as you waited for the others. Wait, are we not doing it? Wait, what option did I pick? Yeah, why are we walking, man? Luckily, it didn't take long until you heard shouts. You turned your head to see both Miranda and Terry running straight for you. Miranda was faster, making leaps and bounds across the sand. Terry followed in her wake, laughing with her towel clutched around her shoulders and flowing like a cape. Miranda started making her jumps more theatric and more precarious. As she got closer, Cove waved them on with a bright smile. Yeah, let's cheer or greet. Let's greet them. Miranda, Terry, it's so nice to see you guys. Looking good, guys. The two officially arrived at Cove's and your setup, looking completely ready for an ocean adventure. They were already in there somewhere and were raring to go. Hey, Terry, Miranda, welcome to our beach.
Hey!
Hi. Hello, hello. She beamed and Miranda nodded with a smile.
Hell yeah!
Man, I am so pumped. Yeah, I'm really glad this worked out. What have you guys been up to over here in your town? Cove, Amy? Have we missed things? Not really. Well, the new neighbor Baxter, but I'm not sure if we already mentioned that. Cove blinked and then shrugged when nothing he wanted to mention came to mind. Let's see. Things are things are going fine. Not really. I mean, things are fine. They're doing. I don't. How do you respond? Terry tilted her head. She then turned on Miranda with a grin. Then, what about you? Anything you can say, Randy? Miranda looked back and forth between you and Cove. Then, with a small, evil smirk, she too shrugged. Aw, come on, somebody's gotta answer. Miranda burst out giggling and Cove snorted. Terry then started talking about her morning and how she'd almost overslept since she had stayed up too late last night. That's me. I almost overslept. I mean, I'm always sleeping late. It's awful. My poor sleeping schedule. She bounced on her feet as she spoke. But don't frick. I passed it. But don't worry about me being tired today. You know I ran on less back during school. Miranda filled in the group about her morning. Apparently, everything had gone smoothly. She'd met up with Terry on the way here, and you knew the rest. Cove offered a suggestion to the girls. Hey, let's walk while we catch up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. You felt pleased that Cove remembered what you wanted to do. Sometimes he could be thoughtful like that. Once everyone's stuff was settled on the beach, the group strolled over to the shoreline. The wet sand was cool under your feet. A wave rushed up and covered your ankles in water. You flinched from the suddenness of it, but the next wave you were acclimated. You took another step forward and sank a little into the ground. Behind you, your footprints were soon smoothed by the waves. Your friends chatted as you all walked together. You took turns pointing out cool shells or pieces of sea glass. It was a relaxing jaunt. Hours passed and the group had moved between different activities, some low-key and some more exhausted. For you, it was another break time. You sat on your towel and sipped out some water. Your friends were hard at work burying Terry's full body under a pile. Miranda used her arms to force up sand around Terry's sides. Cove worked on covering Terry's feet. You took another drink and closed your eyes. Eventually, a shadow passed over you, dampening the light that was still notable even behind your eyelids. Cove? Aww. You checked to see Cove had joined you there. Aw, it's the calm music. He knelt down to dig around in the pile of assorted beach stuff in the middle of everyone's towel setup and pulled out the sunscreen. Oh, do you need some help, bro? He took a seat next to you on his towel. He opened the bottle with a soft pop and began to reapply the cream. Hey. Hey. He ran his hands around his chest to work the sunscreen in, and you might have checked him out a little from the corner of your eye while still sipping some water. Is it getting hot, or is that just me? I mean, When you look at the sea, like this, you don't see his pants anymore. So like, one could assume that he's not wearing it. He noticed you noticing him, and Cove tilted his head your way as a smile formed. Would you want to help me reach my back? Yes. Yes. Thanks. You scooted up behind your boyfriend and reached a hand around his front so he could squeeze a small pile of sunscreen into your hand. You rubbed your palms together, spreading the cream out more evenly, then began applying it softly to his shoulder blades. From there, you moved to the tops of his shoulders, the nape of his neck, and down to his spine. Ko was mumbling the entire time, but you couldn't make out what he said. He might have even realized he was doing it himself. I don't even know what step is this. Like, what face is helping your boyfriend, your lover with sunscreen application? The tone of his voice and the look on his face got the message across just fine. However, he was happy. You were too. After he and you finished up, Cove let out a comfortable sigh and looked off into the distance. But then he sighed again, this time in an exaggeratedly disappointed way. You wondered if he was going to sigh again, even more dramatically if you didn't say anything. Wait, is he okay? I know, right? Like, that he kisses us, we're applying sunscreen to him. He left his fish and we had to go look over it. Yeah, being absent father to your fish is extremely spicy. I'm joking. But yeah. Oh, is he actually disappointed or is it dramatic? What's wrong? Seriously. You inspected his face to see if there was anything actually distressed about him, but he still just looked like he was exaggerating. You asked anyway, since it was obvious that was what he wanted. Ko shook his head, comically despondent. His frown didn't match the sparkle in his eyes.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just becoming another jaded adult, that's all. Now you're really confused. You waited for him to continue, and his next sigh did not disappoint. It was the most ridiculously sad sigh you had ever heard. Then he smiled a little. Mermaids aren't real. I mean, I know that. What? That had not been what you were expecting, he continued. You know how much I liked mermaids as a kid. Well, merfolk as a whole. I really hoped that they were out there. I mean, the ocean's a big place, right? They could be somewhere. Yeah, you had to go all the way to Atlantica. But the older I got, the more I had to accept it. They were just a fairy tale. He jerked his head over to the waterline and the rolling waves. They crashed against the shore and then drew back. There is no in between. He's either, yeah. It's okay, Ko. Hey, maybe I could dress up like a mermaid for Halloween or something, and I'll show you they're real. This is a perfect beach for them. It's pretty and vast and never too crowded. If merfolk did exist, we definitely would have met one by now. Or at least would have heard of someone else seeing one, but nothing. He acted as though that result was a true bafflement. He let his head hang. I gotta let the dream go. You burst into laughter. That's hardly proof. It's not like this is the only beach in the world. I don't know. Should I? Let's see. I'm either thinking there still could be mermaids, or wow, you just realized that. Probably this one, honestly. As much as I'd like to give you hope, they're not real. I see you finally reached the same conclusion that everyone else did. It only took you 18 years to get here. Ko chuckled a little to himself, eyes tilted off into the sea, his face still low. Maybe it's for the best. Let's say a merperson did happen to wash up on shore one day. He looked at you with a flaxed, doleful expression. I could have lost my girlfriend to their magical underwater world. He thinks I'm the mermaid. Well, I can't swim, so I'm gonna be a pretty useless mermaid, bro. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'd totally go live undersea with the merfolk. Even if I had the chance, I'd stay on shore with you. Or I'd go with the merperson, but only if you could come with us too. I'm not going with the merperson, even if they were pretty. Unless that merperson also... If that merperson looked like Cove, acted like Cove, if there was like a Cove, like a human Cove and a mermaid Cove, then that's when I start having trouble. But like... I would stay with you as long as you were you. Cove's eyes widened with amazement.
Really?
You'd pick me? A plain human? Over a beautiful, mythic merperson? He smiled and continued, very clearly joking around at this point. Are you sure that's the right call? It is. I can't swim! It's a beautiful kind of merperson. If a beautiful kind merperson falls for somebody, I'd pretty positive that the sensible response isn't to turn around and say, no thanks, I'm gonna stay on land with that normal guy. Hey, but you're my normal guy, man. Are you warning me that you'd leave me if you got that kind of offer? Why are you so sure I'd have to make that call? Since this is all hypothetical, why not have you be... Yeah, why not have you be the mer person? I don't want that. I should get to be a mer creature, and then I'd invite you to the underworld. Cove, there's no one else that could ever make me leave you, unless it was you as a mer person. Cove turned his face to beam at you. He brightened immediately. Now we're talking. I'd be a good merman, right? You'd make the best merman. Cove's gaze was drawn back to the water with shining eyes. He was clearly imagining some world where he was a merman who happened upon you here at this beach. He tried to picture what he could be thinking. It would be quite a lovely story. And then you heard Miranda's screech. Oh no, is everything okay? Your attention immediately switched over to your friends. Oh, I see. You saw that Terry had gotten impatient and shifted her legs. The walls Miranda had been meticulously building collapsed into a wet heap of sand. She surveyed the damage critically. We're gonna have to start over on that part. Do you just want to give up on this now?
No way.
No way, the burial must continue. I'll try not to move anymore. Okay, if you're sure, I'll try to fix this. Miranda started to rebury her, and Terry shot her a thumbs up. She realized too late that moving her arm was a bad idea. More of the sand on her crumbled, and Miranda put her head in her hands. Terry, you are not the brightest light bulb in the batch. Cove caught your eye and started to drag himself up. Seems like we're needed. Yeah, let's go bury Terry. You agreed and followed him over to the girls. Miranda nodded at you both with appreciation, and the three of you did your best to finish the job. It says I used 48 gigabytes of data this month. Okay. My limit is 50. Okay, so I have to hurry. You all worked on a system of using just enough wet sand to help hold the rest together. With 3 people, it didn't take long for Terry to be entombed. Terry grinned massively, and Miranda offered high fives. The pile was officially done. Oh yeah! Resembling the Kool-Aid Man, she kicked herself out of the ground with gusto. Sand went flying in all directions, and a Terry-shaped imprint was left behind. Miranda yelled again, and Cove chuckled. There probably wasn't a better way to get out of it. The 4 of you continued to have a good time. You went on a shell hunt. Miranda managed to find the biggest, while you found the most colorful. And Cove caught a tiny crab. Let's go! Tiny crab. Yeah, I don't know. Like, is my data, like... the thing is, I don't know when it started. Like, I know I've been using my data more often simply because my internet's been, like, trash lately. So I'm not sure if it's, like, streaming that's taking it more of the data. Or, what's it called? Just in general. So I'm hoping that since Friday's coming up, that my parents get like a new internet plan, so I can get more like better internet or something. At least it's near the end of the cycle though, since like I get 50 more gigs next month, so it's almost time. You did a bit of everything. There was impromptu games, just stoking up each other's company. However, after a while, you all had ran out of water, drinkable water anyway. It was decided that you'd head to your or Cove's house. Things were gathered, and you started to cheerfully walk up the road. Oh, are we gonna run into Baxter? What's next? I don't have anywhere to go, so it could be whatever. Same, I guess we can keep hanging out. Terry snorted and readjusted her grip on her things. I don't sound too sure there, Cove. By this point, you could see your house. It hadn't taken you long to make the trip. The conversation continued with everyone throwing out suggestions. Are people hungry? She looked from face to face in inspection. Cove and Miranda shrugged in concert. No one was overtly opposed to it. However, you weren't really starving. It wasn't quite a mealtime. We could get dessert. Miranda put a finger to her lips and thought. With a smile, her voice became more confident. Yeah, that would be fun. Terry considered it and then shot Miranda a thumbs up.
Sure.
Sounds great to me. I can definitely go for that. You know, I'm up for more. Let's go. What kind of dessert? Cake? Ice cream? But there's nothing sweet at my house. Your friends glanced at Cove and his place. He shook his head immediately. Dad doesn't have anything good either. I mean, unless you want dessert-flavored protein shakes. Oh no, that does not sound yummy. Ew, no. She cut in and held her hands up as if trying to ward off something evil. Cove smirked.
Not bad.
It's not that bad. I don't know, man. If I get dessert, I want it to be a treat.
Nope.
Nope.
Well,
Well, there has to be some kind of sweet shop around here. Let's look it up. Terry nodded and started to dig around in her bag. I like the way you think. Uh-oh. Did you lose your phone? Terry continued to rummage in her bag and grew increasingly frustrated. She puffed out her cheeks and knelt down, setting the bag on the ground. Oh, Hugh. With both hands free, she was finally able to fish out her phone. She raised it up in triumph for a brief moment of celebration.
I'm on it.
I'll search for something good. Terry got back to her feet, hefting the bag over one arm, tapping away at her screen in the other. But she assessed Cove from top to bottom. Oh no! No shirt, no shoes, no service. I'm sorry, Cove. You're gonna have to go wear a shirt. Cove glanced down at his bare chest and feet. Having not even registered it prior, he chuckled a little. I'll grab something. Cove moved over to his house. You looked towards yours. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Cause like, I'm wearing casual clothes, so we're good. You watched Cove disappear into his house. Terry was deep in the midst of scrolling through food options. You shuffled over to see, to where you could see, and Miranda did the same. There's ice cream. People love ice cream, especially around here. I don't really feel like ice cream.
Uh-huh.
Cool, cause I don't either. She flicked her finger up and another ice cream place showed up. Melty Moo Moo's frozen treats with an unfortunate cartoon mascot. I like ice cream, it's just not for today. There has to be something else. You thought on it, and Terry kept scrolling. You heard a door open and Cove reappeared. Okay, good. You tossed on his shirt. Oh, it's the Orca organization. You're about to be surprised at how quick he was, but then noticed he'd just thrown on a t-shirt over his swim trunks and slipped a pair of sandals on, of course. Hey. Everyone else exchanged their respected greetings and then looked back at Terry's phone. Terry scrolled further and then made an interesting explanation. Oh, what about this place? They sell crepes. That's something you don't see every day. Look how fancy they are. She shoved her phone into your face. It seemed like a cute shop. It didn't show any pictures of the actual building, but the food seemed good. Oh, what if it doesn't taste good though? It was one of the places that put a lot of effort into presentation, with branded wrapping for the crepes and well-applied toppings.
Huh.
Weird, I've never heard of it. I haven't either. What if it's like some person's random house? Mysterious. But crepes are so good. She nodded her approval as Terry admired more of the photos. I'd go. It's not too far, but we could drive. Terry cheered at the success of the plan, and you all walked around Cove's car. He had to run inside once more to grab his keys. I get wash me in the dirt of his car. You noticed a thin coat of sand and dirt on Cove's car. It had probably been a while since he'd washed it. With a smirk, you carefully wrote, wash me with your finger. Bro, you don't take care of your car? Good work. I wonder if he's ever gonna notice. The car beeped and unlocked. Cove ran up to you with his car keys in hand. His hair slipped into his face and he brushed it back. Shotgun. Wow, this car looks quite similar to the car of my parents. Like, you know, the Ames family or whatever drives. Same car. Or at least inside does. She clambered into the passenger seat without hesitation. You didn't argue and climbed into the back with Miranda. Terry activated the directions on her phone map and acted as their navigator, directing Cove to the crepes. The GPS tried to get Cove to turn into a non-existent road once and wanted him to do a U-turn instead of just using a left turn, but with Terry looking at the actual path, it went smooth enough. You were led to a small... This sounds sketchy, wait. You were led to a small stall in a parking lot rather than a full building. That explains why there hadn't been pictures of the crepier's interior, and why it was new to you despite living in this town your entire life. It was a completely new structure that popped up recently. There's a window, and you could walk up to it, and one for cars to drive up to it. Cove parked with a laugh.
Come on.
I don't think I needed to put a shirt on for this, but I still want to try it. Let's go.
What?
Do you not trust us to eat in your car? She gestured to the drive-thru option. Cove shook his head with a snort. I trust some people here, maybe. But wouldn't it be more fun to actually check it out? We're in like the middle of nowhere, damn. This is not a good location. Everyone acknowledged his point and piled out. Terry tried to tease Cove a little, but Miranda started talking about the last time she had crepes. Apparently, they'd been a dessert explosion topped with multiple sauces, powdered sugar, and what Miranda was pretty sure had to be cake icing. That's sweet.
So great.
Literally, it was so good, but I regretted it so much I couldn't finish it, and I really tried. You can do it this time, Randy. Oh my god, okay. So, I went to Japan, right? And like, they had like this. They had like the little, like the displays where it shows all of the cute, like, you know, toppings on it. So like, I know how to order this. Let's see. There were some laughs. When you got to the menu, you realized that there were more than just crepes. There were definitely crepes, many crepes. However, the stall also had a lot of different drinks as well. Teas, smoothies, milkshakes.
Woo!
Jackpot! She grinned and held out her fist for a fist bump. Miranda high-fived it. The two of you stared at the awkward, vaguely turkey-shaped hand configuration they made, and then slowly put their hands down. Cove's mouth twitched in a smile. You stepped to order first. You glanced at the menu. Let's see. Do I want a drink? No, I think I'll just order a crepe. And like, when you have a crepe, I feel like a crepe requires two hands. So like, if you order a drink, you're gonna occupy one hand. It's gonna be hard to eat. I'd like a crepe, please. There was a woman who looked a little older than you, taking the orders. She smiled back at you, ready to hear the specifics of your purchase. Honestly, not really. In Japan, okay, so like, I feel like a crepe would be like 700 yen, which is like $5. Which, in my opinion, that is way cheaper than, at least, you know, the US and stuff. So like, I would take, because like, this would probably cost what, $10, $15 in the US? So like, If you go to Japan, way cheaper. Especially since, at the moment, yen is pretty weak, so... Yeah. But I would never get a crepe in America, because I feel like there's so much better things you could get with that $10 to $15 money rather than a crepe. And it's not even that filling, to be honest. Well, it depends on how much they pack it. There's a woman who looked a little older than you taking the orders. She smiled back at you, ready to hear the specifics of your purchase. For the crepe itself, you wanted... Oh! So usually I would do strawberry, because that's my... But, like, how do I say? Strawberry is, like, what you would normally see in a crepe shop. So, like, these I can see. But lemon? Oh my gosh, I'd never seen a lemon crepe, so I would love to try that. For the filling and toppings you picked... Oh my gosh, let's see. Oh my gosh, okay. Definitely some whipped cream. I'm actually not a fan of condensed milk, it's too sweet. Cream cheese. Let's see, chocolate chips. Caramel, sure. Powdered sugar. Strawberries or no strawberries, huh? I don't know, it's fruit. Not really, huh? Should I add strawberries for healthiness? I don't know, when you're eating a crepe, you don't usually think healthy. But lemon and strawberry sounds like a good combination, so I'll pick it. But if I don't like the strawberries, I'll just take them off and give them to Cove or something. And that was all. But these are some interesting, you know, toppings. You paid and stepped aside to let your friends order. Oh my gosh, wait, he got the same, okay. Cove also got a lemon crepe. Cove got a lemon crepe with powdered sugar on top and mixed berries. He also got a plain strawberry smoothie. We're matching! Terry went crazy with toppings. Although she ordered a plain crepe, she had it smothered with whipped cream, cream cheese, chocolate chips, chocolate syrup, and bananas. I'm worried though. What if you drop it? And that'd be so sad. Miranda opted for a frappe with a caramel, syrup, and condensed milk. The four of you stood off to the side as you waited for your treats. Amy, man, your crepe is gonna rock. High five for topping appreciation. She held her hand out expectantly. Sure. You hit her with a high five. You hit her hand with a satisfying smack. Order for Amy. Oh, I've gotta get that. You grabbed your order. The others didn't take much time after that, but the goods collected, everyone admired their treats. Terry dug right into hers. Miranda gave hers a tentative sip. Terry nodded acceptingly with her mouth completely full. Miranda tilted the frap over to her with a grin, and Terry sipped it and clearly loved it. She raised her crepe over to Miranda. You could tell that there was an intent to make it look nice, but with all the assorted toppings piled on, only so much could be done. Miranda took a huge bite with gusto and sighed happily. Terry seemed satisfied and took another slurp of Miranda's drink. They had both only gotten one thing, probably because they knew they'd end up sharing. Let's see. I mean, me and Cove has this pretty, like, you could... Cove, do you want mine? Even though ours is kind of similar. If mine was, like, strawberry, then it'd be different, but, like... our crepes are kind of similar since they're both lemon flavored. His face lit up with excitement, and he passed you his crepe.
Of course.
You exchanged treats and took a chop of the sour crepe. The lemon crepe. It was light with the sourness from the lemon and the sweetness from the syrup berry mix. The smoothie was finely blended with the occasional chunk of strawberry. Cove seemed to enjoy his taste, and then you shot back. He smiled as he took a loud sip from his smoothie. Thanks, you always get good stuff. With that, Cove started to eat his treats in earnest. You saw him take a huge gulp of the smoothie, and then without swallowing, he added a bite of his lemon crepe. Don't choke, man! Cove. Terry took off a piece of her crepe and handed it out to Cove.
So?
Care to make a trade? Sure. Instead of continuing to loiter in the parking lot, the four of you started to walk down the sidewalk. There's a lot of sharing going on with crepe bits and toppings being passed around. You wouldn't have been surprised if Terry ended up drinking more frap than Miranda did. You kept going down the way, eating, drinking, and chatting. How far are we walking, man? You hadn't realized just how far the group had wandered until you ended up at the now leaving sign. Apparently, you're about to just walk right out into the middle of nowhere. Are we just walking in the grass? Terry took her mouth off of Miranda's straw and stopped sipping the frap. Impossible. Preposterous. There's no more, is there? How are we already at the end? I always forget how tiny this town really is. Cole chuckled a little and swallowed a chunk of Terry's crepe.
I guess.
It kind of is, huh? It doesn't feel that small when we were growing up. Yeah, let's see. Definitely felt bigger. It always seemed like there wasn't much here. There are tinier places out there. You guys are lucky to live in decent-sized cities. You quietly nodded along or shrugged. Yeah, it definitely felt bigger back then. There was a time when Sunset Bird had felt huge. It seemed as endless as the ocean. There were always some streets you hadn't wandered down, something new for the tourists. And now, you had realized it was just a pawn in this big, big world. Seeing the definite end only reinforced this. Here was the boundary that proved your hometown could be walked out of with ease. I guess this means we should probably head back. One doesn't just walk into nowhere land. We're not only one, Terry. There's 4 of us. Terry scrunched up her face, not wanting to acknowledge the bad jokes. She decided to ignore it. Oh my god, you're right. A murder mystery? And like, usually they're like, don't leave town. But like, town's so small that anyone could be a suspect. It stinks having to go all the way back. Yeah, but it's not like there's anything out that direction. And if we did keep going forward, it'd be an even longer trip home. You stared off into the stretch of the road as Cove agreed that he didn't want to go out any further. Can we take a break here first before we turn around? I've been walking for a while and someone finished my drink. Right on cue, Terry loudly sucked air from the straw. It was so good. Miranda looked at her, and Terry remained unrepentant. In the end, though, it was agreed to hang around the sign before heading back to the car. It didn't take long to finish the rest of the food and drinks. Everyone gathered up the trash and stuffed it into bags and pockets for now. I can't imagine, like, your town being so small and, like, you just walked through the entirety of the... Maybe it's because I live in, like, a big city, but dang. The group relaxed on the grass, keeping account of all the cars that drove past. It was not a high number. 14. The nearest passing car drove into the town from somewhere else. Oh. Is it someone we know? Is it gonna be Baxter? I swear. Is Baxter gonna give us a ride back? But as the vehicle came by, it slowed down and you watched as it ultimately rolled to a complete stop. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's gonna be Baxter. The black car parked right by the now leaving sign. Everyone exchanged a baffled look. Yeah, it's hair. It's Baxter, damn it. But then the tinted window rolled down and the driver peered out. As soon as you saw his hair, you recognized him. No one else you knew presented themselves so distinctively. Hey, neighbors. Cove openly sighed when he recognized him, afterwards sucking sulkingly at the straw of his long, empty drink. You wish he hadn't stopped to chat. Now I'll just say hi. I need to at least respond. Hi, bro. You inhaled and tried to be loud enough to account for the distance and car noises. It's nice to see you again. Somehow he was able to reject his voice in such a way that it still sounded smooth. Even though he was definitely speaking loudly, you wondered where he learned to do that. No, we can't. A, that's a waste of food. And B, we ate all our food, so we just be throwing trash at him. And you thought about the odd picture this made. A fancy black car pulled over to a group of teens, mostly still in beachwear. Miranda was incredibly confused and shrank back to watch. Terry tilted her head in unspoken question. Code made a quick gesture pointing towards Baxter, and a light bulb went off for Terry.
All right.
That's the new person in the condo. The B-man, right? The B-man. What does that mean? Oh, Baxter. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Baxter.
Oh,
Oh, I wasn't sure if I'd ever actually seen him. Her voice was quiet. Miranda usually got shy around new people. Terry was quite the opposite. Incredible! This is perfect! Terry hopped up from the grass and ran to Baxter's car, all full of energy. Excitement. Behind her, Miranda picked herself up and dusted imaginary dirt off her clothes. She sent a searching look to you and Cove, to which Cove shrugged. Miranda nodded, and with clenched fists, hesitantly followed Terry. I mean, if we're throwing trash at Baxter, I guess it's going at the correct place. If he's a trash can. Terry bent down to talk to Baxter through his window. She blasted through introductions, and Miranda putting in a shy wave. Cove looked at you. He still clearly had no intention of going over. Honestly, as much as I'd like to stay with Cove. We should go, be nice, who knows, he could give us a ride back. Are you seriously going to sit in the grass? Come on, time to get up and be polite. Cove pouted, his cheeks flared out in a childish puff. I don't want to. I don't know what to say. You know what would be funny? If Baxter is just like a very nice person and we're just clowning on him for no reason.
Fine.
You can go. I'll just wait until he's gone. You can't survive Baxter for a few minutes. Do you want to be the only person who doesn't go see him? Well, why can't you stay here with me instead? Oh. No, we're fighting! No! He sighed. It was definitely going to be difficult about this. Some days, he really was that same grouchy 8-year-old you met all those years ago. Do you really hate me that much, Cove? Do you? Or would Cove, I wonder. Would Cove just follow me if I just went over to Baxter? Or will he just ignore Baxter? As much as I like to push him towards the car, I'm not strong enough, so... Do you really hate him that much? Oh, wait. Oh, I thought it said, do you really hate me that much? Oh, then not that answer. You know, I'm gonna try pushing him. It's not gonna work, but... Not wanting to mess around anymore, you strode over behind him and used both hands to force him up and over to the car.
Come on.
No, Amy. Cove put up a merger wall of resistance, but got to his feet. He didn't want to keep being poked at. Slowly, progress forward was made, until you two arrived at the driver's side car window. Baxter smiled welcomingly. Come on, Cove. We need this to get into his will. Hello. Hey. Cove greeted him mildly, his expression cautious. Sup. Baxter gestured to Miranda and Terry. I just rented this car for my stay here. It was coming back from a bit of sightseeing when I spotted your crowd. Then these two were kindly introducing themselves. Yep, it's only polite. Speaking of polite, Baxter is giving us a ride. I was asking him to. What? I knew it, Cove. I knew it. See, this is how you get into the good gracious. Now we have to walk back. Baxter shrugged guilty, seeing Cove's dramatic reaction. The offer is open. Cove, you have to, peer pressure. You know how it would be awkward if we just, if we left you? It's either you come, or it's either we all go or we all don't go. And we're tired. And we're taking it. Okay. I'm not uncomfortable. It's okay. I'm just happy. I just don't want to ride. Regardless of anything else, you didn't have to walk back. That's what counted, and you're grateful to Terry for arranging it. Is there enough seats for us? Alrighty, plan made. Let's hop in. Oh yeah, there is. You excitedly opened the passenger seat door and buckled yourself in. The car was pristine, and you were right near the new car scented air freshener. Baxter had the air conditioner on cool, but low, so it was pleasantly cool inside. A nice relief from the summer sun you had been baking in all day. Your friends clambered on in the back. It definitely seemed the slightest bit squished back there. Oh, poor Cove, he's so big that he's totally so squished. Oh, does that mean I'm saying shotgun with Baxter? Oh, Cove, don't do anything. Imagine Coves get jealous and somehow that distracts Baxter and we end up getting a car crash. Okay, that's not funny. That's not funny now, think about it. It was funnier in my head.
Does that sound alright?
Why is his voice so smooth? Oh my gosh. Welcome to my vehicle. I hope everyone is comfortable, and if someone could point me in the right direction, we can be on our way. You began to explain where you had come from. It was pretty easy to direct him straight down the road and one turn into a parking lot. Okay, you're right, you're right. If Coast out with Baxter, we're definitely getting into a car crash somehow. Baxter nodded from up in the driver's seat and pulled back into the road. Luckily, the street was still dead empty. It took no time at all for Baxter to park right next to Cove's car. There wasn't even enough time for a proper conversation to start. See, Baxter even got a new car CG too. The occupants didn't seem to mind. There were smiles all around when Baxter parked next to Cove's car. Woo! Miranda clapped quietly as Terry cheered. Cove chuckled nervously. Guys, I wonder. Guys, should I? Okay. This might sound like a bad idea. What if I try making Cove jealous? What if I nudge Baxter in a friendly way to make him jealous? Oh no, I'm bad. I want to see how he would react. And maybe it's because I just think he's... Maybe I feel like deeper voices... Usually people with deeper voice... I guess it does kind of fit. But I kind of want to make Cove jealous. I nudged Baxter in a friendly way to get into his will, but Cove sees it and gets defensive. I'm not good. I am not good. I know you're touching it. I mean, it's a game. I want to do this in real life, obviously. But because it's a game, and if I make a mistake, I could always reset, so... Cove, this is to get into his will, so we could have money, and we could kill him later. You leaned over the divider and gave Baxter a light-hearted push on the shoulder. He hadn't been expecting it, but quickly laughed and smiled at you. The celebration seemed to amuse him. Thanks, bro. We've arrived. That was easy. Terry flung open her door and climbed out. Thanks. Everyone else exited the car as well. If I get into a fight with Cove later, rather than like, I don't know. I hope it's not a fight. Okay, now I'm worried. Oh no. The group thanked everyone else exited the car as well. The group thanked Baxter with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Baxter himself got out too. Everyone congregated again in front of Baxter and Cove's cars. Cove looked at the back of his and frowned. He'd finally discovered the wash me you'd put on it. Huh, I wonder who did that. You snickered along with Miranda, who realized you'd been caught.
Ooh.
It's a mystery. Right. Terry bounced over. I feel so bad because now we're like comparing cars. Like, let's go. Baxter has this like new rented car. Cove's is dirty. Terry bounced over to Baxter and offering her hand for a handshake. He accepted it easily with a charming grin. You're a pal. You're too kind. It was no trouble whatsoever. I'll be keeping this car all this summer. If it suits you, you're welcome to take my number and give me a ring whenever you're in need of another ride. And that goes for everyone here. Damn, he's gonna play Uber for us. I have a car. I knew it. Cole's getting jealous. Terry busted into laughing. And Miranda fidgeted. She did not know what to do with that. Baxter really went fast, didn't he? He noticed her discomfort and smiled with a soft tilt on the head. I'd be happy to help you again, but that's the only reason I offered. If you don't need it, you can pass on it. Oh no. Guys, what? Wait. Do you think Cove would be jealous if I asked for Baxter's number right now? Cove, turn around. Don't. I know we're dating. But don't. It's okay, Cove. Okay, Cove. This is to get into his will. If we're able to call him, that builds the familiarity to be in the will. No, I still like Cove. Money talks a lot. Oh my gosh. No, I still like Cove. I know Cove has a car. But this is to be friendly, right, Cove? Right? To be in his will. I will see. I'm awful trying to make Cove jealous right now. He beamed widely at your response.
Absolutely.
Baxter pulled out a pen he had with him for some reason and jolted his number down. He passed a little paper to you and you accepted. When her giggles subsided, Terry put a hand to her chin with brows furrowed. I wonder, would that option be available right now? You could valet us somewhere cool. Cove has a car! Cove has a car and we're just like... What? Cove was taken back. He put a hand on the hood of his car. Weren't we going back to the neighborhood? Wasn't Baxter going back to the neighborhood too? Why would we go somewhere else? Because we can. It's okay, Cove. I'll drive with you, so... I'll drive with you. Miranda squirmed nervously and then committed to piping up.
Maybe?
We could go to the park near my place. It's a really nice place to hang out. You and Cove shared a look. The big park was pretty nice. Let's do it. Baxter tapped the side of his face and thought.
It's doable.
What the F? Okay, he glanced at Cove and then switched focus to you.
Well,
We have 2 cars. If some people want to go to the park, I could still take the others home. If everyone's going, it wouldn't make sense for me not to. Oh man, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Cause like everyone's going to the park, Cove. Cove, everyone's going to the park right now, so we should all go to the park. You know, last stuff I would have ditched everyone else and just Coco. But like, I am not a good person. See, that's why I have a harem. So like, if I'm doing this, I need both Cove and Baxter. Oh my gosh, I'm awful. You aren't ready to tag out yet. You came to the decision and turn to Cove. Let's go to the park. Alright, park time it is. I hope we have a conversation because I want to see how he reacts. And if he reacts in a certain way that's like, oh, maybe I should hang out with Baxter, maybe. But I just want to see him, just his reaction. He smiled a little. Terry cheered and Miranda nodded happily. I felt like you made a good decision.
Yeah.
To the car again. Yeah, whatever car that might be. You gestured at Cove and then to Baxter, seeing who would volunteer. Cove sighed and ran a hand through his hair. He tapped on his car's hood nervously.
I guess.
We can go in Baxter's, I guess. It'll be less of a pain than bringing both. We're all going to the same place. Yeah, Cove's folding quickly. See, Cove, you need a fight. You know I like them feisty. Actually, does he know? Are you okay with that, Baxter? Certainly. I mean, what I said. When you need a lift, I can give it. Maybe Baxter's doing this because he doesn't have any friends. Neither you nor Terry brought up any objections, and so the gang climbed back into Baxter's nice ride. We just wasted gas. This time, Baxter offered to turn on some music. After all, it would be a little bit of a drive to the park. It's his car, it's his rules. I'll let him play normally. Yeah, I would like to see what kind of stuff a guy like you is into. I hope the playlist lives up to expectations. He plugged his phone into the car with an AUX cord and turned on some alternative music. With the music taken care of, Baxter put the card in drive and pulled out of the parking lot. The lot was practically empty, but you noticed that he was careful anyways. During the trip, it changed to hard rock, punk, and even screamo. Despite his personal demeanor, he didn't seem to like upbeat tracks. Dang, that's so cool. I like alternative rock too. It took a while to arrive, but by the time he got there, the sky was golden with orange streaks of sunset. Everyone got out of the car and started to stroll along one of the paths. You walked by the basketball court and some picnic tables, taking in the sights. Miranda seemed amazingly content. The location helped her relax in the company. Dang, this park is way better than the park in Sunset Bird. She led the way, sometimes stopping here or there to point something out. Baxter turned to her and nodded along.
Not bad.
I just realized we're still all in our swimwear. I've never been here, but I definitely see the appeal. Man, this is Randy's stomping ground. She's been coming here forever. Seriously, Miranda? Have you ever had a birthday party that wasn't here? You missed out Baxter, because every year she has a blowout party. You missed out Baxter, because every year she has a blowout party at the park. Imagine balloons everywhere. Miranda looked down, suddenly shy again, with the intention on her. She let out an awkward laugh. Yep, every year. The group followed Miranda along to one of the picnic tables. She took a seat and Terry slid in beside her. You spent the evening chatting amongst each other. Everyone got to know Baxter a little bit, although you could tell Cove and him still hadn't fully clicked. At one point, Miranda found an abandoned soccer ball and started tossing it around. Timmy! Miranda threw the ball to her. Terry caught it with a smile. Think fast. She chucked it at Baxter, who had... Oh, is he okay? She chucked it at Baxter, who only had enough time to squeak. It bounced off his chest and he stared at it dazed. He blinked as if he needed time to process what exactly had happened, but then grinned dangerously. He rushed after the ball, and rather than throwing it back, he surprised Terry and everyone else by lobbing the ball high into the air. You bent your neck back to watch its ascent, and its inevitable decline. Baxter hooked it with his foot and launched it up again. Oh, I see. Is he, like, juggling? Or, like... I know, like... How do I say? He's doing some kind of trick, I feel like. There were oohs and ahs and Terry and Miranda. Baxter gave them a very proper bow. When he finally fell to the ground for real, Cove was the one who picked it up. He was impressed and he wanted it. Oh wait, Cove is also a physical type, so let's see how it is. With that, everyone was drawn into the game. It was unspoken that whoever did the fanciest trick won. Most of the gang was not particularly practiced with throwing a ball, so not many of the tricks were actually good. However, there was a lot of laughter, and you got to see Miranda pull off a round off where she threw the ball with her feet, so that was cool. Oh, I guess not a competition. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a soccer ball trick, and then Baxter and Cove are gonna fight, and then whoever has the fancy tricks wins my affection. The sunset eventually darkened into night, and the streetlights turned on. Your group's chosen picnic table laid in the bubble of the night. An occasional bug cast a shadow as they flew by. The sun... Ah! Wait. Okay, everything's good. It's a little strange being here so late on a normal night. Usually that only happens if there was a party or an important game, or a fireworks show. Fireworks? Her yell startled Baxter, who was throwing the ball nonchalantly from hand to hand. He missed catching it and it sailed sadly back to the ground. He looked at Terry for her loud outburst. I just remembered. There's gonna be a fireworks show tonight. It's in the city. At everyone's questioning look, she huffed and tried to explain further. It's some celebration for the opening of something. I don't know. I don't remember what. I don't think we could get into the actual event anyways.
Oh, yeah.
But we should still be able to see the show if we get close. You can't keep explosions in the sky away from the public. Cove raised an eyebrow and drummed his fingers on the table below him. You want to change locations again? Wasn't the last 2 times enough? Terry rolled her eyes and then shook her head. To her it was obvious. I just hear an ominous noise outside. What? I'm not sure if you guys hear it, but it sounds weird. Don't be a wet blanket, Cove. What about you, Amy? Randy? Baxter? Don't you want to see fireworks? I mean, if there's fireworks, we gotta go. Like, I feel bad because, like, Cove clearly doesn't want to be here. Okay, let me save another time just in case. I guess they are fireworks. Alright, whatever. What's one more scene change? Yes, I knew this was a good idea. In turn, 4 sets of eyes looked to Baxter. As the driver, his answer made or broke the plan. He chuckled softly. In for a penny, in for a pound, I'll go.
Honestly.
Genuinely, there's nothing better to occupy my time tonight. You better hurry, or we might miss it. Cove rolled his eyes but laughed. Everyone headed back to the car yet again. Terry brought out her phone to navigate to the city, and Baxter stepped on the gas. You are on your way. I know it does feel like it's moving, and I'm sad. I feel bad for him. But at the same time, there's like these exciting things that, like, I feel like it's because we brought Baxter. That's why. If there was no Baxter, Cove would be fine. But I feel like Baxter's entire presence is like bringing down his mood, and I feel bad for him. At the same time, we should welcome our new neighbor. I think it was just a bad introduction, honestly. I'm not sure. Is he trying? Maybe is Baxter trying to like manipulate us in some way? I don't know. Like, maybe it's because of the black and white hair, and he kind of just felt like a punchable douche. But he doesn't seem like a bad guy. Or is he trying to like manipulate us so we could be like get closer, but then backstab us in the end or something? I don't know how to feel. We need to get to know his character more to truly know, like, understand his motives, so. Baxter drove past buildings aglow in warm yellow light that cut through the navy black night. One office building had bright LED lights that cycled through a whole rainbow of hues. It was difficult to get through all the traffic on the night, let alone find parking this late at night. Luckily, Miranda had eagle eyes when it came to scoping out a spot. She pointed to a sedan pulling out, and Baxter parked within seconds. Oh, we're in that place where we met Shiloh. Not wanting to miss the show, you all raced down the waterfront walkway to find a place with a good view. What about here? Ko peered across the rails into the distance and shot her a thumbs up. It was relatively quiet, isolated, and you could see skyscrapers. That was a good sign, based on where Terry thought the event was. Yes, this should work just fine. She stopped and tried to catch her breath. Her hands on her knees, Miranda leaned against the wall between establishments as she recovered. Ko wasn't even breathing hard. He stood by you with a slight smile on his face. He only let out a relieved sigh. Where's Baxter? Think we missed anything?
No way.
Not a chance. Nothing's happening, and we can't be so late that we missed everything. Maybe it'll start soon. Wait, why are we nervous? It's a silly situation. It's just fireworks. He held back a chuckle about it all. This night was insane. You had gone all the way out to the city to maybe be able to see some fireworks you haven't been officially invited to. Terry led Miranda to sit down on the oval slabs along the path. Miranda took a seat and began tapping her knees together as she waited. Terry meanwhile, crouched more than sat. It would be funny, the moment that Baxter showed up, imagine his turn to a frown. Baxter smiled politely and looked from you to Cove. He seemed to be waiting for one of you to speak first, rather than wanting to directly start a conversation. Something seemed to strike Cove as he tried unsuccessfully to hide a smile. Yeah, most of us are in swimsuits. Wearing beachwear in the middle of the city in the dark, while waiting for a fireworks show was clearly the joke of the day for him. Cove snorted once and then looked back up at the sky. Oh, there they are! A flash lit up the sky with a brilliant green. None of these are green! Your eyes flew off the building in the distance and silently watched with bated breath. You heard a second boom and a red firework lit up the night sky. Woo! The show's starting! It's so pretty. They came running over to get it closer. Positively beaming, Terry pressed herself to the waterfront fence, getting as close as physically possible without just going swimming again. More fireworks went off, shooting out hundreds of tiny sparkling lights. The colors stood out starkly against the dark of the night. The biggest one washed your surroundings with their hue, turning your world blue, then red, and then gold.
Welcome.
Did I deliver, or did I deliver? Miranda's eyes glittered, and she lightly bumped Terry with her hip. Good job. Terry stumbled at the friendly nudge, but was pleased with the compliment. She grinned back. Miranda lightly swung her hips the opposite way to give you a bump as well. It was friendly and soft.
Woo!
We did it! Or like Baxter did, he drove us here. You gave her a little push in turn with a laugh. You're glad that everyone seemed to have a good time. I don't know. I'm pleased that we didn't miss it, because this one, I look at Cove and like, I don't think he's having a good time. Maybe he is now, but like earlier he wasn't. Despite how unorthodox the impromptu fireworks plan had been, you were ecstatic it worked out. Luckily you arrived in time and it was shaping up to be a particularly colorful fireworks show. The rest of the group huddled around the railing to take in the show as closely as possible. Miranda stood close by. Terry's hands gripped the top. Cove laid his arms across it while leaning forward, and Baxter rested his elbows on the rail, putting his back towards the fireworks. Oh, you're not looking? He seemed to have more fun watching the others than the actual show. Oh, she pointed out golden firework and beamed. Ah, that's so cool. Terry held up her hand for a high five, and Miranda obligated her. Terry whooped and shot you a smile. What color do you think the next one will be? Without giving Baxter a glance, Cove answered immediately. Is he gonna answer green? I knew green. It was orange. Green because of his hair, but no, it was orange. Baxter chuckled, but wasn't interested in calling Cove out for being wrong. Wait, no, I realized I forgot. You're also trying to hit on Cove too. Oh no. Well, I was busy trying to make Cove jealous. I forgot he could also go for Cove and not just me. Oh no. Is that your favorite color? Green.
That's...
It's one of them. I think that's nice. It matches you. And is yours black? That's one of them. Cove smirked just a little and left the conversation there. I'm not gonna stand next to Baxter, I'm gonna stand next to Cove, duh. Cove looked away from the fireworks and grinned at you. He was glad to be spending time with you and tilted his head at a spectacular multi-colored firework above. I think that's been my favorite so far. He shot you another look and nodded, wanting you to move up closer. In front of him, you could see the night's lights reflected on the water. You took a moment to watch him, and the fireworks reflected in his eyes. Cove grinned like a kid. Okay, let me check. Okay, you leaned your head against Cove. You hugged Cove's hand. You wrapped your arms around Cove. You cuddled against Cove's chest, or you stood by him. Not that one. Oh my god. Okay. I kinda want to cuddle against his chest. Oh my gosh. You pressed yourself against his chest and snuggled into him. He readjusted his position and then wrapped his arms around you, holding you close. He rested his chin on your shoulder comfortably. You let yourself relax against him and continued to watch the fireworks above. Cove's gaze drifted from the show of dazzling lights straight at you, and he sighed dreamily. You didn't know when you last seen him so blissful. The spectacle continued to up the ante by bringing more fireworks out at a time. The colors danced across the sky and reflected over the water. You reached out a hand and watched as it was tinted green while a big boom sounded. Fireworks were a normal summer tradition, but this was admittedly an unconventional approach. Showing up in the city last minute to watch a display from a technically private event, that made this feel special in a way that just planning to go to a public fireworks show never would. Terry's idea may not have left you with a lot of time to prepare, but it sure led to a unique situation. It was clear this was an unforgettable night. As the finale sounded, blazing the sky with unbelievable beauty, you remembered thinking that there might never be a night exactly like this one again, not for the rest of your life. You planned to hold on to the feelings you had in the moment for as long as you could. Oh my god, that was so cute. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I guess Cove's not gonna mention how we were trying to make him jealous at all. But that's good too. And that will be the end of today's Our Life.
Yeah, we played for a while. What, like 4 hours? Damn. But yeah, that was so cute. And we got to snuggle against them while watching the fireworks. I wonder, is Baxter gonna be like some kind of love rival? But at the same time, also, he's love rivaling against me and Go, trying to get the other person. But yeah. Oh yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow's Thanksgiving. And oh my god, this is so cute with Ko. Oh my gosh. We're hitting so many bases. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate you guys for coming. Thank you. And may you have a wonderful day. And if you celebrate Thanksgiving, have a nice Thanksgiving to you guys too. Bye bye!